Hey, did you guys cop a whiff? Did you guys get my message, my text this morning? Oh, my God. What the? Is there like a broken sewage pipe that's spewing stuff everywhere on this Halloween? Holy jamoli. Hey, folks, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. It is the Halloween edition as we're live here on this Tuesday morning. You know, I still haven't gotten candy. I meant to get the candy yesterday, right, and I just got sidetracked. Actually, Michelle and I was a little busy because finished the show, and then I had to record some videos with Stacy Kemp from Kemp Law Group. Oh, wow. So I did that right after the show, but then I had my workout at X-Force Body, so that's a 10:30 deal, so I had to rush to that. And then the dogs were at the kennel because we got in at 6 o'clock on Sunday from New York. So I couldn't pick up the dogs on Sunday, so I had to pick up the dogs after the workout. And then, you know what? I probably should have gone to Walmart before we picked up the dogs, then got sidetracked. And then Michelle was busy doing crap. I was busy doing crap. And never got the candy. And then it was like 7, 8 o'clock last night. And it was like, oh, we didn't get the candy. So I wonder how bad and picked over stuff's going to be. I'm going to roll right after the show. And the minute we end the show today, I'm going to stop at Walmart or Target or wherever and go pick up the candy. Because right now we've got nothing. Yeah. We got jack squat crap.
I think you'll be all right. I mean, every post Halloween is always like the 25 or 50% off sale to get rid of all the extra candy.
Yeah, but it's not post-Halloween. Today is Halloween.
What I'm saying is you'll be...
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is you'll be all right.
I'll be all right, and then you're talking about the after-Halloween discount. How the hell does that affect me?
Because there's always extra. You'll be all right. You'll get candy too. Yesterday, the big thing with you was...
Hold on. Why are you bringing up the... I'm not understanding that. I'm not processing that.
Okay, let me translate. He's going to... He's saying that even if a person were going to shop for candy tomorrow, they would still have some. It's all that discounted crap and 50% off. So it's still available.
Hold on, Roxanne.
In other words, candy is still available.
You don't even know what... I have no idea. I have no idea what Fesser's saying. You have no idea what Fesser's saying. They'll help me out here.
You're going to be fine. They have so much candy in the store right now, today, on Halloween, that they're going to have it on sale tomorrow.
Yeah.
There's an abundance of it. You're saying it like, oh, no, like a hurricane's coming.
Because
you're saying like, oh, I got to get my water. Oh, no, there's pallets everywhere.
Hang on, because we've been in situations before where they've run out of candy, or it's all like the crap stuff is left, not like the good stuff.
Oh, you might get the crap stuff. You might be the laughing stock of your street. giving out like
Yeah. Well, we've got the neighbor that's going to make us all look bad down the street.
May as well give up.
Yeah, we got a neighbor that gives out the full-size candy bars, like gets the big giant, the cardboard boxes that they have on the shelf like at Circle K or 7-Eleven or the vendor packs. So we've got a neighbor that for as long as I lived on my street hands out the full-size candy bars. I mean like $1.50 candy bar to each kid. So that's going to happen. So I'm going to look like double crap today because I'm going to end up with unless there's still good bags. Now, what do I consider a good bag of candy? I consider the bag that has like the Milky Way, the Three Musketeers. You get the bags with the Snickers or like the Nestle Crunches, the $100,000 bars or 100 grand now. Yeah, I mean, those are the good things. Now, the junky ones are when you have like the little
like the sweet tarts.
Sweet tarts.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That's the crap candy stuff.
That's what you're going to be giving out today.
Or the little cellophane packages with 3 miserable candy corns inside.
Yes.
Oh,
that's
man.
your table.
That's the, oh, man. All right, so I've got to go get freaking candy right after the show, and I'm hoping that there's still some good stuff left. This might be the latest we've ever purchased candy. And I tell you, when we were up in New York for a bit, man, did I ever tell you what it was like on the Upper West Side?
No.
Oh, my God. I'll get into that later on because I got a bunch of candy crap we got to get into on this Halloween. You know what I found like 2 years ago? I was rummaging through some old CDs. This place is like, you know what it's like? This place, if you dig in certain places, it is like your great aunt that died, and then the whole family has to go through the house or the apartment and pick through stacks and hordes of crap that hasn't been touched in 35, 40 years. So this place is like that. If you dug in, this place has never had like a deep cleaning. There is crap that is sitting around here that is 20, 25 years old. I mean, piles of old CDs and junk in these production rooms that hasn't been touched since 1988. I'm telling you right now.
We could do an archaeological. Oh, I can't say that word. What's wrong with me? Archaeological dig?
Close enough. Pretty close.
Yeah.
Really good.
I know what you mean.
So by our office is a file cabinet, and there's files with names of people who've died 25 years ago.
And there's probably all kinds of personal information in there, like social security numbers and all kinds of junk.
Addresses, next of kin.
Let me tell you what I found. Hey, Froggy, are you going to say one word this morning or what? What
Dude,
are you
I'm
doing
just
over
listening
there?
to you guys talk about candy. I mean, give me a break.
You're just buried in your phone. You're not saying a word. You haven't said one word in 6 minutes and 25 seconds.
Oh, I've just been so interested in your engaging conversation about not having candy.
All right, what are you giving out at your house tonight?
We're giving out good stuff.
Like?
And Kim actually texted me, I'll give MJ a bag of our really good candy if he'll shut up about his candy dilemma.
That could be a deal.
We got the Twix and the Snickers and the Kit Kat.
Well, I didn't get to what I found in one of the production rooms like 2 years ago, and I shoved it in my file cabinet. And because I have a little file cabinet here in the studio, I just remembered that I found this like 2 years ago, and I haven't used it. And I'm like, oh, man, thank God I remembered this, so another Halloween's not going to go by. There was a whole CD, and I'll hold this up to MJ TV. This is the CD holder. I put it in the CD machine, and it's a whole CD. It's a homemade compilation of Halloween music.
Homemade?
Yeah, well, it's like somebody burned the CD
Oh.
with 15 different Halloween-related music tracks. So I thought maybe we'd go over these and kind of get into the Halloween. You want to hear one of them right now? Hang on. Before we take our first break, don't think there was.
Are these like
Or there's a frog.
Are these like radio DJ talkover music?
I have no idea,
Yeah.
but
Happy Halloween.
I wonder how many of the other tracks are all screwed up as well with sound effects. Hang on a sec. Hold on. Let me do one more real quick here. Let me go to, tell you what, let me go to, from Halloween. Let me play the Halloween. Here we go. This is, yep, there we go. Halloween.
That's the real one.
All right, there it is.
No!
Why the hell is Homer Simpson in the middle of Halloween? No! What is going on here? What is this?
No!
Who put this stupid CD together?
I think Homer wasn't Homer in Halloween.
Yes. What is this?
No!
Was somebody on crack when they made this thing?
No!
One of the first victims.
The hell?
No!
This CD sucks. I'm gonna snap it in half like a pretzel stick.
I want to hear more.
Well, maybe we'll do it later on. All right, back in a second, folks. Just getting rolling on Halloween on October 31st. Here we go. Traffic's on. Let's get the spooky report. Do me a favor, kick me in the face if I do that and the Halloween talk this morning. Everything's spooky. Just kick me in the face right now. Hey, Pat, what's going on? Q105, 621, Halloween, and the weather looks fairly decent today, right? I don't think there's any chance of rain. You know, I've got this candy calculator story that I found also that I haven't even really looked at the formula yet, but it's like how to calculate how much candy you need, and if it's raining, well, duh, that's going to reduce the amount of candy you need. So, listen, if we've got time, we'll go. It's like a convoluted do this, do that. Number of kids multiplied by 1. If it's raining, multiplied by 1.5. It's some crazy calculator.
It's a formula.
Yeah. Thank you. It's like Formula 409.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, weather-wise, though, we never do the weather on the show. I'm sorry. Unless, it's like tropical activity or a hurricane, then we've got the best radio morning show hurricane coverage in the entire market. But as far as, we're not a morning show that goes, hey, partly cloudy today with a high of 90. And we don't do that.
No, we don't do that. In Tampa, we'll see highs of 89, and no, we don't do that.
Well, the deal is that everyone's got a freaking. What do you mean we should?
People want to know.
Oh, you think that's going to put us over the top if I give out the weather forecast every time I open up my mouth?
I just want to say people care what the rain percentage is in the afternoon hours.
And the dew point.
Right. And the UV index.
And the sunrise and sunset. Maybe we should give those times out, too.
Wait a sec. Froggy missed a joke. Froggy missed the doo-doo joke. How about the doo-doo point?
I'm being more mature today. Just for today.
Round of applause. Hey, speaking of maturity, I just teased something about Grand Theft Auto, and I said I had a couple of questions for Froggy. You were obviously partaking in some other inhalation activity out in the parking lot.
That's conjecture.
It's conjecture, not conjecture.
It's all, whatever it is, it's a lie.
So Grand Theft Auto, which I was blown away. You allowed your kids to play Grand Theft Auto at like 5 years old?
Well, yeah, they went through a GTA phase in their younger days. They're more into FIFA these days than anything else.
All right, now hold on a minute. I'm not wrong that you allowed your kids to play Grand Theft Auto at like 5, 6, 7 years old, right?
Of course.
Where you're running over hookers with buses and you're shooting people on the street like a Saturday night in Ybor City?
I didn't allow weapons. They could just beat up people.
So they could beat up.
And they could only use their car as a weapon. Okay,
so in the settings, you could put no weapon mode?
Yeah.
So wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Froggy allowed his kids to run people over on the street or just walk up and sucker punch people, but no guns. Just you were able to run somebody over with a car.
Yeah.
So they were 6 years old and they could drive on the sidewalk and plow down pedestrians. Yeah. But you thought you were being a good parent because you didn't allow gunplay.
No. One of Luke's favorite things to do was to go, there's a big mountain, and he liked to run off the mountain and jump off of it and just throw his body down the mountain over and over again. I got a couple of videos of him playing that as a young 4-year-old.
That's great. I'm sure that's good for their mental health development.
Oh, they turned out just fine.
How do you know? They're like 9 and 12.
Because they're very good boys.
How old are your kids?
Like what you just said. Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Just about. Their birthdays are coming up.
The reason why, there's always a method to my madness. There's a reason why. Fester, what is this look of disgust that's on your face?
Froggy does have very good boys, but Luke is a nut.
Excuse me.
He's crazy. That kid's wild. I love him. He's the best.
All right. So
Luke is a little fireball.
As you know, fireball. So I'm Mr. 813 and 305. And all right, so here's the deal. There's always a method to my madness. Why do you think I'm bringing up Grand Theft Auto?
Why, sir? Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out soon.
That's all they're up to is Grand Theft Auto 6? That's it,
well,
after all these years?
It takes them 10 years to put out each one.
Well, they haven't been out for 60 years, Froggy. That makes no sense.
No, I'm saying the last one has taken 10 years.
The first Grand Theft Auto came out in 1963.
Boys, want to play Grand Theft Auto?
See, Grand Theft Auto doesn't have the scam that the Madden games have,
right?
Where they come out with a new game every year.
Single year.
Yeah. It's the same game with a couple different players.
Does that Madden curse still happen? Where if somebody was featured on the cover, like they would like have a career-ending injury or something? Remember
was
that
a thing
curse
for a while.
Right,
Yeah,
that was a thing. If you were featured on the cover of the Madden football video game, like something was going to happen bad with your career. I mean, O.J. Simpson, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't.
Dick Butkus.
Dick Butkus. Stop it. All right. So why am I bringing up Grand Theft Auto? Because, man, I found the craziest freaking Grand Theft Auto story. This dude got into this whole altercation with police. They finally get him pulled over and subdued. He thought he was in a Grand Theft Auto game, but he was doing crap in real life. And this is nuts. A man who allegedly set off multiple bombs on Sunday evening while being chased by San Francisco police might have thought his actions were part of a video game, according to a city official. Man, San Francisco is bonkers these days, as you know. In 23 years of doing this stuff, this is probably the most bizarre, said Supervisor Aaron Peskin, whose district includes the North Beach neighborhood of San Francisco, where an assault was first reported around 5:52 p.m. This is Sunday night. Peskin told authorities and the media that police informed him the suspect set off a pipe bomb. The officers continued to pursue the man south, where allegedly he ignited a Molotov cocktail. Peskin said a police officer told him after the man's arrest, he wanted to know how many points he got in his Grand Theft Auto game.
Ooh.
The guy is throwing incendiary devices. This crazy wacko who's being chased by the San Francisco police is throwing pipe bombs and Molotov cocktails out of his car window during a pursuit. Are those things you can do in Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah, you can get Molotovs on there.
How many points would that be, Froggy?
Plenty of points, but
A lot?
when you use them, the cops do come right away.
Oh, that's right. So I remember I played Grand Theft Auto 1. That's the last time.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the last time I ever touched Grand Theft Auto was the first iteration way back. I think that was like MJ and BJ days. That's a long freaking time ago. But can you imagine? Somebody is so messed up in the noggin that they think that they're actually inside the video game as they're throwing bombs out their car window while being chased by San Francisco police on Sunday night?
Some people do believe life is a simulation.
Well, sometimes,
including me.
Sometimes I believe in that. Some of the crazy crap that goes on. So Grand Theft Auto, or GTA, is a long-running action-adventure video game series. This is according to the Standard.com out in San Francisco. Grand Theft Auto, long-running action-adventure video game in which players can engage in crime, police chases, gunfights, and complete missions. The games are often ranked among the greatest and best-selling titles. California Highway Patrol, up the chips. They apprehended the suspect, who was, as of this writing, not yet identified. No injuries, as of yesterday morning, were reported. Police confirmed they received a report of an assault at a church. What, he's like hitting people? This is nuts. This guy thought he was actually in the Grand Theft Auto game. This is absolutely whacked.
I'm looking at his car. I probably would have stolen a newer car.
You see the whole front end, the tire's missing. It's just like it's just axle. Then they have the bomb robot out. They're opening up the trunk with the bomb robot, trying to figure out if this whacknut had additional incendiary devices in his vehicle. I mean, this is just absolutely nuts. And then finally pulled over by John and Punch. Yeah, the California Highway Patrol finally pulled the guy over. My God.
Punch slept with his wife.
Right?
No, maybe he did the whole GTA thing to lay out a insanity case. You know?
Oh, after the fact?
Yeah, he's like, oh crap, what have I done? Am I in a video game?
That's nuts. Hey, speaking of chips, I've got something else I want to bring up because Froggy, you should have never told me that all the Chips episodes were available on Freevee.
Oh, it's amazing, isn't it?
Freevee?
I've been getting into Svengoolie lately.
On Freevee?
Yeah. Oof.
All
Love
right.
those old movies.
All right, we're just getting rolling here, folks. Guess what I have next? I've got a great pile of early morons in the news here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. Here we go. Early morons in the news, 640 on the MJ Morning Show. What's that face for, Fester?
Nothing.
No, you just had like a crazy look on your face.
I'm a naturally ugly man, so sometimes natural face positions just come off as very
Have we figured out what that horrific smell was coming off of MLK and 275 this morning? Do you guys smell that?
I smelled something sulfurish.
It was overwhelming, and I put the text out. Yeah, we mentioned this at the very beginning of the show a little while ago that, you know, heading 275 south, when are they going to, it looks like they're getting ready to open up 4th Street. I mean, it looks like for the last 2 months they're getting ready to open it, but it looks like the lines are totally drawn now, and I got to believe it's going to happen soon, that 4th Street, the first exit off of the Howard Franklin Bridge, if you're heading south, which is the exit that we always took, and then we got pushed to MLK and Ulmerton, and then the fork over to MLK to get here. But this morning, I'm rolling off of that exit. I take the fork to MLK, not Ulmerton, to come toward the studio, and I go over the overpass at 275, and right when I'm getting, just past 275 on MLK. The smell was overwhelming, and it was like a massive sewage line had broken and was spewing raw sewage all over my vehicle. That is how bad the smell was. Andrew said when he rolled in this morning at 4:45, same deal. So, Andrew, did you find it like overwhelming as well?
Yes, I did.
And you told me you had your recirculating air on your air conditioning in your car, and it's still permeated.
Didn't make a difference.
So do we have any idea what it is? I mean, seriously.
It used to smell like that back a few months ago, and then it went away. Like every day it smelled like that. Right when you got off?
I never have smelled it this bad. I mean, it is horrific.
Yeah, today's the strongest of the odors. Could it be from the bay?
I don't know. Maybe
it's
it's
something just naturally organic happening in the bay?
Like a red tide kind of deal? I don't know we have that right here right now. Anyway, all right, early morons in the news here on the MJ Morning Show. You would think by now people would know that blackface costumes are not acceptable. Wouldn't you figure by now people would, with all of the stories and people have gotten in trouble, for wearing blackface, don't you think that people would get the problem here?
You would think.
Yeah. Out of Nebraska, I never thought I'd be doing a blackface Halloween horror story from Nebraska. But listen, it's Halloween. The story fits right in. A business in Hickman, Nebraska is getting this massive backlash because an employee decided to go as Snoop Dogg at a Halloween party and used brown makeup. This is a white dude decides to go as Snoop Dogg and puts brown makeup all over their face to emulate Snoop Dogg as a Halloween costume.
That's not going to end well.
And wait a minute. I didn't think they were doing anything wrong. All right, Fester's looking at the picture. You just had the picture up there.
Is that the picture?
Yes.
Okay.
You just had the picture up. It's like, that is a white dude with, I don't even know what kind of makeup they're using. Look at the neck. The guy's neck is totally white, and the face is totally brown.
I blame him and his friends because he has a friend or a girlfriend or someone who told him that it's okay to do that.
This is like a bakery. So a picture was posted on this business's Facebook page of the owner of the boutique. It's called J Boutique. And I guess they bake crap. So it's like a bakery kind of thing. And they posted last week images of the owner and the employees like in Halloween costumes. Under the post, this one individual, I guess the owner, said, "Hey, I'm dressed as Martha Stewart." And then the other employee standing next to her in the picture was dressed as Snoop Dogg. And this is for some local like Halloween event that they throw every year called Trick or Treat on the Trail. And man, the backlash was instantaneous. Now they're talking about people boycotting the place. How could they do this?
Who's going to boycott the place?
Well, listen to this.
People from out of town? You don't shop there anyway.
But wait a minute. But then the owner said, we had no idea that this would happen. How in 2023 do you not know of the backlash and previous stories of a white person doing blackface? How do you not know that?
Until you say they're from Hickman, Nebraska, you're like, okay, these people might be a couple of decades behind.
Jesus. It's awful.
Yeah, so...
Of all the costumes.
Of all of them.
Then the J Boutique had to put out this whole apology on Facebook. I want to start by saying thank you to everyone who came out to the trail last night. My favorite part was seeing all the kiddos and their joy and excitement. And then it has to go into the apology. Second, I want to thank those of you who have addressed me, made me aware, and made me see the big picture of the situation. It was in no way intended to be malicious or cruel in any regard, but I completely understand how it could be perceived that way. I was naive, ignorant, and unaware, and I completely own that in every way. I want to sincerely apologize to anyone that we've hurt or offended, to the city of Hickman,
Yes.
and to my friends and family. I'm sick about this, and I'm going to take some time to reflect and educate myself. Thank you for your grace, for opening my eyes. Again, how do you not know that a white person putting brown makeup all over their face and doing essentially blackface, how do you not know in 2023 that that is not going to end well? Whether you're in New York City, whether you're in Tampa Bay, or whether you're in Hickman, Nebraska.
I'm telling you, he had people around him that are like, yeah, cool, go for it. And they knew better.
How did somebody not say, no, you can't? How do you have multiple employees and nobody says, the whole blackface thing, going to Snoop Dogg,
bad look.
That's not going to be good, not going to end well. How does nobody bring that up?
Come up with a second costume. What's another idea you have?
Hey, I've got a great idea. I'm going to be a flasher. I'm going to pull my pants out and show my junk to little kids.
That would be better.
That's a great idea. Oh, that's going to be fantastic. People, I mean, of course, somebody would say something about that, or maybe not in Hickman, Nebraska. I don't know.
Society would crucify you less if you were a flasher than if you go blackface.
Oh, man, that's just absolutely ridiculous. So if you're upset with your job, what do you do? If you're upset with elements of your job, what do you do?
Oh, well, you asking me personally?
No, I'm asking for some answers here.
I would say
yes, Froggy.
You go to your management and talk about it. Damn it.
No.
You have a sane conversation.
You torch the building.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna give that to you. Well, you light a car on fire. Well, so
close enough.
You're pretty damn close.
That was just a guess.
Holy crap! So this happened in Tarpon? Did you? I saw this story on Channel 28, ABC Action News' website. A woman allegedly set a car on fire after she became upset with her job. This happened last Friday. The Tarpon Springs Police Department said officers found the car on fire in the parking lot of Tarpon Towers on East MLK Friday morning about 11:08. This is after we finished the morning show. They then located Amber Marie Galbraith, 35, nearby, approached her. After an investigation, officers said that Galbraith, an employee of the business within the building, was recently upset by a disciplinary matter. She then allegedly brought ignitable liquids to the building and tried to get inside, but was stopped by employees. So I think she was about to light the building on fire. When she couldn't get into the building to light that on fire, she lit a car on fire in the parking lot. My God.
How long did it take for police to respond to this?
She was... I don't have the response time faster. If you want to call the Tarpon police, maybe they could give you the response time.
The POI, yep.
Yeah, I will.
Because
what is it? The information person.
Not the POI.
What did I say?
That's I think that's poi. That's a Hawaiian dish.
Oh, okay.
But PIO, Public Information Officer.
Well, I'm hungry. I want the Hawaiian
Is that how you
dish.
spell poi? I don't know. Anyway, so charged with one count of arson. So good morning. Good morning, Amber Marie Galbraith. Pissed off at work, so what do? The intent was to set the building on fire, couldn't get in, so she torched what kind of car is that? The car's a total loss.
Is it like a Dodge Dart or something? It's like a small sedan.
I don't see many of those out there.
Not the old ones, and they have a new one, Froggy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they came back. The Dart came back.
I'm not going to say that, Andrew. Andrew said now it's a Pontiac Firebird.
All right.
I thought you said you were going to say it.
Yeah, well, he wasn't going to say it because it wasn't funny. But thank you, Andrew, for your contribution
to the program today.
I thought it was great.
He said he didn't say it on the air. He only said it in my headphones.
Right. Yeah, she lit this whole car up. That's screwed up. I mean, good job on the employees for stopping her at the door.
I mean, how nuts is that? Right in Tarpon, right here. All right, 6:51 at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105 on this Halloween. Yeah, so right after the show, I got to go get candy because we still haven't purchased our candy. Hey, I got a whole Halloween pile we'll get into. Plus, we got to do the calculation of how to determine how much candy you need to buy. So I'm going to try to exercise this formula and see if it actually works. It is 6:52. We're back in minutes. We start the 7 o'clock hour coming up in just a bit, and an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ morning shows also coming up momentarily. Stand by. Hey, one of Dude, you picked the wrong guy to point a gun at. Holy crap. Welcome back, MJ and the crew. Roxanne, you seem pretty subdued and quiet today. You all right? Is something going on in your life?
No, you know what, though? You know what happens?
What?
Because I was out really late on Sunday, and yesterday I was full of energy because I was just excited to be back at work and and kind of like whatever. I was okay on my 4 hours of sleep, but it's today that the bad night of sleep on Sunday is hitting me. So I'm a little tired, and I'm a little Halloweened out. I'm tired of Halloween. I did trunk or treat this weekend. We did a Halloween party last night.
What's trunk or treat?
That's when the kids...
What, do you lock the kids in the trunk?
Yes. Yeah.
And you drive them around.
And you drive around, they bounce around in the back.
you try to jostle them, take turns fast and throw them around in the trunk of the car?
Yep.
So, yeah.
You know how you go house to house, go trick-or-treating? Trunk or treats where you have a bunch of cars.
Thanks for explaining, Fester.
Well, he didn't know. He asked what trunk or treat
I don't know what trunk or treat
is.
is.
He doesn't know. You know, we have a bunch of cars that are pretty close, and each car has like a little display, and they give, like in a parking lot or like in a school. Like my son Hudson had his trunk or treat at his school.
Come
on Friday
to my
night.
trunk. Look at, hey, little, you want some candy? Come to my trunk.
Not quite that creepy.
No, jeez. Sounds creepy, man.
No, it's not. But
I still don't understand what the hell trunk or treat is.
It's like they do it. It's like a little festival. It's like a little mini fall festival.
Where?
They do it at schools. They do it at churches.
But
And
what does the
kids-
trunk have to do with
They
it?
put a little
trunk is
display in the
open.
trunk.
Yes, yes. And then you vote on your favorite trunk. It's decorated with spooky stuff in the trunk.
So this is in the parking lot?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not like on like a gas station or something.
So a parking lot at school.
Yeah, trunk or
You-
treat.
So
Yes.
you decorate the trunk or the rear tailgate area of your SUV with like Halloween crap?
Yes, totally.
When did trunk or treat start? I never heard of this.
This is a thing. It's been a thing as long as I've had children.
What, since like last week?
No, I mean since
Less-
2018-ish that I've known. I can't tell you before that because I
It
didn't
was
have
invented
kids.
in 2018.
It was invented in 2018, as far as
Trunk or
I'm aware.
Trunk or treat.
I'm sure it's been around for a while.
yeah,
But the thing is like so they have like 3 school parties last week. Then they had trunk or treats this weekend. Then there was another fall Halloween thing. Then the Halloween party last night. They already have like 5 separate little goodie bags of candy from
This
all
is
these various
nuts.
things. That's what I'm saying.
It's like a ridiculous.
overkill.
It's overkill pre-gaming.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's outrageous. I mean, if this was alcohol related, the kids would have alcohol poisoning.
I know.
I mean, they're already probably all shocked up good with sugar,
Yeah,
right?
Yes.
Are you controlling their sugar intake in the candy?
No,
if they've
remember-
already had 5 events?
No,
Or are
remember-
they vibrating like a paint shaker?
We did. We did that. How much candy are you on today? Because you're vibrating like a paint shaker right now.
What?
So we did a story last
I
year.
know you are, but what am I?
See, childish. We did a story last year that said that you give your kids as much candy as they want, and then that makes them not want it as much. So that's what I'm kind of doing this year. I'm like having the candy all around the house, grab it when you want it. And so it's kind of like they're not as excited about it as they have been in years past. I think it's kind of working, to tell you the truth.
But now you got to go trick-or-treating with the kids in the neighborhood tonight
Yes.
because this is the real deal.
Yes.
Why don't you put your foot down and say enough is enough? We don't need 5 or 6 Halloween events before freaking Halloween.
Oh, the trunk or treat, the kids love that
Yeah,
stuff.
it's supporting the school and the,
All right,
it's
so,
all it's like school stuff and
Well,
it's
listen,
like
I'm not
neighborhood
trying to,
stuff.
I'm not trying to whiz on school spirit, but okay, do the trunk or treat, but another 4 events? That's insane.
it's different groups.
Yeah,
Let's say
totally.
your church does one group, one
had,
thing.
We had like nothing. I mean, when I was a kid, you dressed up in your costume to go to school. And I think we might have trick-or-treated at different classrooms, like in first, second, third grade. Yeah. But then you go home and you do the neighborhood. That's it. There are not 19 events prior. All right, anyway, so Halloween, folks, be careful out there. We're getting the usual spiel as warranted. The local law enforcement authorities are telling, sex offenders or those that are on, like the sex offender registry, don't even think about turning your porch light on. Don't even think about, because there are some municipalities where don't people have to put signs out that they're like, this is like a no trick or treat house? Aren't there some stipulations in some jurisdictions around the country where if you're a sex offender or if you're on some registry, that you even have to post a notice?
They should have something like those blue lights that are sometimes in the street lights. Put those on their porches. Light up their porches blue.
What do you mean? You're talking about the defective Tico
Yeah.
lights all over the
Yeah.
place?
Take all those, and if you're a pedo, you get one of those right in front of your house, so you
Yeah.
stick out like a sore thumb.
Froggy's talking about the street lights around town.
Yeah, I still have some in my neighborhood, by the way.
It is really unbelievable. We brought this up. We were one of the first. I think we were the first. Because remember, other like news outlets, like other TV stations locally, and I think even the Tampa Bay Times, they did story. Hey, what's up with all these purplish streetlights? We did that first, like nearly 3 years ago. We did a whole spiel. The phones lit up like crazy. Remember, we even had Tico on the phone because we were talking about it. And one of the vice presidents at Tico was listening to the MJ Morning Show and had one of their assistants call the office and got a hold of our old program director, Ted, and forwarded a voicemail. It was like, hey, this is so-and-so at Tico, and my boss heard MJ talking about the purple streetlights. They're currently being fixed, but it is amazing still how many defective purple streetlights are out there. I don't know if they fixed it, but I was down at night around Gandy and Dale Mabry, and the new flyover. It was insane. It was like those like UV looking bug zapper lights I mean, there was so many purple lights up on top of the flyover at Gandy and Southdale Mabry. It was insane.
Dead mosquitoes everywhere.
But it's all over the place. There's still these defective lights, and I don't know why it takes so long. I mean, I would just send crews out at night and flag every street light that is purple and not emanating a white light. It's still crazy that it's taken this long. Anyway, so do you remember what I teased when we opened up this segment? Do you know what I said just a few minutes ago?
No.
Well, let me refresh your memory. Well, looks like you picked the wrong car to do this to.
No, that's not what you said.
What'd I say?
You said you picked the wrong guy to point a gun at.
Okay, well, same thing.
No.
Actually, a gun and a car are very different.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
It's actually not the same thing.
Not the same thing.
You picked the wrong guy to do this to, and that's point the gun. So listen to this. This is in lovely Polk County. Auburndale dude is in a whole lot of trouble. There was a little road rage incident, and the Auburndale dumbass points a gun at an off-duty Florida Highway Patrol trooper who's just driving along with his family in the car.
Ooh.
Yeah, you don't do that to anybody, but that is just really bad luck when you get into a road rage incident with an off-duty FHP trooper. That is not going to end well. It happened on the Polk Parkway, happened on Sunday afternoon. FHP, in their press release, said that around 3:54 p.m., Matthew Timothy Reiter, or Reeder, it's Reiter, 32 years old, was agitated because he wasn't happy with the traffic flow. So he gets aggressive. This was on State Road 570. And for whatever reason, he decided to direct his rage at the slow-moving traffic at a gentleman with his family in the car who happened to be an off-duty Florida Highway Patrol trooper. So trooper was in plain clothes because he's off-duty. He's with his family. He's in his personal car. And this Reiter or Reader guy, he was in a red Chevy pickup. He pulls alongside the off-duty trooper, and he's like just getting aggressive. It's like speeding up, slowing down. He's cursing and yelling, pointing. His arms are all moving around. Got all kinds of gestures going on. And the trooper's just trying to ignore him. The trooper, this guy in the red pickup truck, Mr. Idiot Reader, he has no idea that the guy's a trooper. Then I guess he was unhappy with the response of all his gestures and cursing and, all of his, facial movements aimed at the guy next to him.
Yeah, he's not getting the reaction he wanted.
So guess what? Then he pulls out a gun and points it at the guy. Ooh,
that kind of reaction.
Not good. Pulls out a firearm, points it at the off-duty trooper who's driving his personal car with his family inside. So he immediately gets on the phone, reports it. They were not able to find the car while it was driving, this red Chevy pickup. But what do you think the trooper did?
Pit maneuvered him.
Not in his personal car with his family in there. No.
Hold on, kids.
No, that's not what happened. No. Got the license plate number.
Got the tag number.
So he got the tag number, so he was able to report the tag number, and the FHP, they were able to go to the guy's house and arrest him at the house. That is a big deal. Charged with 3 counts of unlawful display of a weapon, aggravated assault with a weapon. This guy's going to probably go to prison. This might be a year deal for this dumbass.
Maybe more. Is there any enhanced crime because he pointed at a law enforcement officer?
No, because he didn't know it was a law enforcement officer. He was off duty. I don't think there's any enhanced crime there. He just didn't know.
Did he have a mustache? Did the officer have a mustache? Because that's how I could tell cops who are off duty, the mustache.
What are you talking about?
A disproportionate amount of men who are cops have mustaches.
No, that's not true. No,
that
it's not true.
100% true.
A lot of firefighters do.
Yeah, firefighters too.
Firefighters,
Yes,
they do.
Yes, EMSs, first responders, male first responders.
I
have
know-
a disproportionate amount of mustaches as opposed to society in general.
I know plenty of cops, and I don't know one with a mustache
I'm
currently.
not saying everyone.
I
I'm not
don't.
saying that.
I don't know any with a mustache currently.
Just think about the amount of men who rock a legitimate mustache, no beard, no goatee, nothing like that, just a mustache in society, and then look at like first responders, and it's like
Super
octuple.
Troopers.
Yeah, it's high.
7:12 at the MJ Morning Show. Roxanne, guess what's going to happen shortly after we begin our long 1 hour and 20-minute chunk of the MJ Morning Show? Guess what's going to happen in just a few minutes?
I have no idea. You tell me.
Michelle is going to help you keep your kids in line.
Listen, I think Michelle's a wonderful mother.
Yep.
I respect her
Yep.
completely. I think she raised your children on her own pretty
Yep.
much. And but if you say one more nasty thing about my kids, I'm gonna come over there and beat you.
Oh, yeah, you called them like little,
yesterday
rats.
I was like appalled. Like I was like, did he just say that?
What's that? Wait a minute. Why are you
What did he say
your
yesterday?
language? You need to watch your adjectives, bro. You need to just dial it in.
Oh,
and,
my God.
And
Make a good
watch
shirt.
what
Wait a minute,
you
I'm getting-
say
I'm
about
getting-
my children.
I'm getting it. Well, you're the one that said the kids destroyed your car with all.
I never said that. I had a conversation with your wife about kids in the car, and she told me about this protective thing you can put down on the seat.
No.
And I was like, yeah, my kids have goldfish in the car. Like, yeah, typical kid crap.
Michelle has a. Wow, you're teed off.
Well, yeah, because
I don't blame her.
yesterday you said that, and I was like, wait, did he just say what I think he said?
What did you say yesterday?
It was like you're bratty kids, so we can get your kids under
Yeah.
control. Like you
I
don't.
do remember
bro,
that.
You don't know my kids.
hold
All
on.
you know about my kids, they
Oh
come
my-
in here and look you up
Holy
and down as they
crap.
should, and they will eat you up and spit you out.
Listen.
Oh, you're gonna let him talk to you like that, Spider?
Oh, my God.
You're gonna let him
Listen.
talk to you like
Hey,
Andrew,
my
Spider.
wife. Are you okay? My wife devised a system so the kids didn't destroy the back seat of her car.
Yes.
And Michelle has some old materials that she wants to share with you.
I'm excited about that.
Oh,
Can't you
that,
tell?
that you're. Oh my God! I feel like I was just stabbed in the face.
No,
Are
her-
you okay?
Roxanne will not stab you in the face. Her children will.
All right. Hang on a
Pretty
minute.
much.
And then apparently eat them. Cannibals.
I feel like I was just run over by Roxanne's car. All right,
That's
hold
been
on.
building. It's been building.
Yeah,
Oh my
we could tell.
God.
It's festering for. Oh, well,
Fester's like, what the hell just happened? I'm like, what the hell just happened here?
Just let it pass. Let
Roxanne,
volcano Roxanne explode. And
Yeah. I just
holy
erupted.
Jeebus. All right, hold on a minute. Back.
You okay?
You know, maybe we shouldn't do the Michelle segment.
No, I love Michelle.
No, I
I'll
think
talk
it's-
to
I
Michelle
love
all day
Michelle.
about
It might be canceled
Yeah,
now.
I don't want MJ to get
All right,
stabbed. Okay,
hang
that's what
on
I
a minute.
want.
All right, hang on. Back.
I don't want that to
Folks,
happen.
what the hell just happened? I'm playfully talking about you talked about
That
your
was from
kids.
yesterday. Sorry. You said rude things yesterday, so I've been thinking about it.
You're the
since
one who
then.
told us that your kids like turned your back seat of your car into a disaster. That
No, those
there's-
are your words. Those are your words.
All right, anyway, hang on. Back in a second. Wow, I got folks. I need a Xanax, and I've never taken one in my life. All right, hold on a sec.
You really did? I got one.
I've never taken 7:50. Hey, Roxanne, you made us late. I was on time. All right, hang on a minute. Back in a second. Holy crap! All right, it's the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. Hey. Morning Show on Q105. Did Slick Rick, the operations manager, did he put that in like a special Halloween song today? Somebody's watching me. You think so?
Oh, you got him.
Yeah. Or hold on, is Thriller going to be scheduled today?
I'm going to put in Monster Mash later.
Yeah. Hey, listen, it's Halloween. A little Halloween spirit around here.
Monster
All right,
Mash.
7:26 at the MJ Morning Show. I have a little bit of apprehension on something.
What is it?
Hal Herman scheduled today for Hal Herman headlines. However, I've got a little concern regarding Hal Herman and Matthew Perry stories, which I believe Hal Herman wants to cover. So my question is, and maybe we'll take some phone calls on this before we do Hal Herman. Should we have Hal Herman headlines, and should Hal Herman be permitted to mention anything regarding Matthew Perry and his demise? Festa, what are you looking around for?
Dude, that's all I want to hear from Hal Herman. I want the news from Hal.
I think Hal might be able to uncover some facts that other news organizations haven't been able to.
Hal Witness News.
Hal's headlines are completely erroneous, and there typically is not one shred.
Dude, do you want him to come in and do it? You're going to piss him off.
I mean, you pissed off Roxanne last segment. You're going to piss off Hal this segment. Can't wait till it's my turn.
Listen, I think I'm going to do this in a listener-driven fashion to ask listeners if we should do Hal Herman headlines, and should I even take the risk, take the chance of allowing Hal Herman to do something potentially offensive when it comes to Matthew Perry. Listen, it's a sad story. I feel bad for Matthew Perry. He's now obviously deceased. Matthew Perry clearly has led a tortured life. I don't know all the intricacies of what put Matthew Perry in this predicament, but things did not end well for the guy, and I feel bad, and I don't want to exacerbate anyone's pain because a lot of people identify with celebrities. Hey, listen, I've got a whole story over here about how people mourn for celebrities, how certain celebrities have a big effect on people. So let me think about this, and I'll tell you what, we might go to phones within the next half hour. Within the next half hour to ask you, the MJ Morning Show listener, should I take the chance of having Hal Herman do headlines, or do I just lay down the law and issue an edict? Hal Herman, you can do your headlines, but no Matthew Perry headlines.
What? Oh, man.
What a rip.
It's almost like, I mean, you kind of have to talk Matthew Perry because
You're such a
in the
weenie,
news.
dude.
Yeah, what else is there?
What are you going to attack me now too?
I mean,
I'm just saying, you're just being a little bitch boy about it.
he's speaking on Hal's behalf.
I am Hal's agent. And he just texted me and said, "What's the matter with the little bitch boy?" And I said, "Well,
man. Oh, boy. All right, 7:30 at the MJ Morning Show. Let me get Michelle on the line here quickly. All right, and, Michelle was doing some like household cleaning.
Hello.
Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning.
All right, so
God, what was that?
We're all here. You don't have to use that voice.
oh, hold on. What?
I mean,
Froggy, what?
What are you, Kim Kardashian?"
I mean,
What?
that's her sexy, sleepy voice.
It's Michelle's little morning voice. Come on.
yeah, but the sexy little.
I find that
It wasn't sexy. Stop.
I find it friendly and inviting.
Friendly,
Mich-
sleepy voice.
Michelle,
I
Michelle,
don't talk to MJ sexy.
Michelle, it wasn't
Hold on.
sexy. Okay.
What did you just say to me?
I don't talk to you all sexy like that.
Why not?
I don't know.
Spark
You're
things up a little bit.
Wives
you know?
don't talk to their husbands.
All right.
like
Well, when you
that.
come home tonight, I'll do some Halloween sexy talk, I guess.
Oh,
I'm gonna put my candy in your basket.
All right, so. Oh, what are you gonna whip? What are you gonna whip out all kinds of like Halloween double entendre?
Great.
That's about it. That's all I
That's
got.
all- yeah.
That's it. Fester's,
The
Fester,
basket
I
isn't
gotta
very
text
deep.
you later, though,
I'm
buddy.
sorry. Go ahead,
Okay.
Michelle.
yeah,
All right.
Fester's all spent. All right, here we go.
What?
So Michelle, just doing some, household cleaning, and we just have a lot of stuff lying around that, maybe we don't need anymore. And one of the things that Michelle found,
A hole puncher?
what?
A hole puncher?
Well, you found a hole puncher. All right, what, Michelle? Why don't you take it from here? Because now, how did this come up? Roxanne, did you?
Because Roxanne
Yeah,
got
I
a
brought
new
it up.
car.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. So Roxanne, why don't you explain, if you can not yell at me, explain, because you talked, didn't you talk about your kids like turning your old car into kind of a disaster in the back seat?
This is what happened. Michelle suggested to me that I get one of those seat protectors so that your car seat doesn't go into the like mess up the
It'll dimple the
yeah
leather.
it'll dimple. Thank you.
It'll jam
Yes.
into the leather and cause, in some cases, like permanent indentations, because the car seats will stretch into the leather, and you can buy these protectors that go down and cover the whole back seat.
Right.
Allow the car seats to still get plugged into the latch connectors, and the car seat doesn't depress and what'd you say, dimple the leather.
I can't hear Roxanne.
Oh, hang on.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, hang
So-
on. I'll
so
fix
then-
that. Here we go.
Then we got our new car this weekend, right? So I texted Michelle and I was telling her I'm going to do her Respectful Riders program because she told me about this program she had with you
that's it.
guys as
All right.
kids.
So when did
right.
Respectful Riders come up? When did this come up in conversation?
When Roxanne kindly took me to a beauty event, and she was apologizing for her car, and I was like, "Oh, please, this car looks good."
When the kids are little, like Daviana, when she was like 2, you're like, here, take some goldfish, throw them in her face,
Yeah.
and throw them all around the car. Who cares? But now we're a little bit older,
Yes.
3 and 6. We have to be responsible riders.
Yes.
So I told Michelle on Saturday, I'm like, I'm going to enforce this program that you had because she told me a little bit about it with my kids, and it's great. It's like 3 rules is what I'm doing with them so far. I can't remember if there were more than that, but I remember the 3 rules you told me about. One's about safety, one's about manners to each other, not fighting with each other, not screaming at each other,
All right.
and then gathering your belongings as you get out of the car.
The Respectful Riders program, so your kids don't turn the back seat of the car into a dumpster, essentially, and mess the whole thing up. Because
Until they're 2, that's pretty much what happens,
Right.
right? Until they're like 2 or 3, you're responsible for everything, and it is horrifically difficult to carry the kid on your hip with the bag of everything, and then the next thing you know, you have books and
Yes.
old milk cups and some cheeseburger wrapper and whatever else. And so then, you know what? When they got old enough to be responsible, I was like, okay, we've got to reorganize this.
all right, let me open the pouch. I'm opening.
Let Roxanne open the
Oh,
pouch.
I'm sorry.
Not for you.
All right, hold on. Let me close the
Seal
pouch.
the pouch back up. Is it a zipper or is it like a tear pouch?
No, it's a zipper.
Don't
All right,
rip it.
here we go. There's the pouch. All right, so Michelle, run through this quickly because we're all jammed up here.
Oh, this is so cute.
So Michelle,
Oh, do you like the pouch? I picked it out just for you because it has like celestial
now-
stuff on it.
Aw.
I thought you might
now
like it.
this
I love
is
it. Look at this pouch. I'm
this
holding
is
it up
the
to MJTV.
it's the Respectful Riders pouch. And this is to keep your
Well-
kids in control. Am I allowed to say that, Roxanne? In the back seat of the car.
No. Okay, stop.
What?
First of all,
Yeah.
you're using the wrong language.
Well, help me out here. I'm not.
It is not about controlling your kids. It's about helping them make better decisions on their own. So that's the whole key to it, is that you don't prompt them to do it. What prompts them is they get rewarded at the end of whatever timetable you have. You have to anticipate the timetable, right? You know how many rides your kids take. So Chloe was excited. Some teacher at school had this punch card system, so I just devised it and made it into our Respectful Rider program. So what's the first thing the kids should do when they get in the car?
Seatbelt.
Seatbelt. You should teach them to be responsible for buckling themselves up,
Right.
right? So they get a punch for that. Then if they ride without any bickering and antagonizing and they ride, nicely, and one of the biggest things you used to hate, and all kids I think like to do this, is put their 2 feet on the back of the seat in front of them and press, right? Like once they get there, and that used to drive you nuts. And so it was keep your hands and your feet to yourself. Don't poke at each other. Don't poke other people. Don't, whatever.
Well, because kids
right?
love to antagonize each other in the back seat of the car, and they're hitting each other, they're making faces at each other.
And they were in the car a lot, too.
Roxanne, I think, said they're throwing goldfish at each other.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much age-appropriate behavior for a 2-year-old.
It is.
Yeah.
All right, so walk Roxanne through like what's in the pouch.
The 2 little booklets, one for each girl, so she can put her name on the top, like this certificate entitles Daviana or whatever, and then you have them pick the reward, right? Like we used to do it. I used to anticipate, we're going to go to Disney World in January.
I want a pony.
No, the kids didn't know that we made the plan, that we anticipated the plan, right? But they would think they picked it. So they picked Disney World, and they would put it on there, and then I would kind of like in my mind know, like, okay, I need to have this thing filled up and punched out by then. And so I would either accelerate or decelerate, them making good decisions. And so when they did fulfill those requirements, then I would give them the punches, accordingly. And it just worked like a charm. I mean, then they made better decisions.
Hey, Roxanne, hold
Love
the
it.
hold the booklets
Yeah.
up. No, those are the wow cards. That's a whole different thing. So hold the booklets up to MJTV. Andrew, do you have it on camera here? All right, so here are the booklets, and each booklet you have to fulfill. This is the respectful rider's booklet, and then you get the punch. And I think she even gave you the hole puncher
Yeah, she did. That is so sweet.
to punch this out.
And the kids love that kind of stuff. Like
Right.
they love tickets and hole punchy things. And this is so crafty looking. It's
All right,
really
are you
adorable.
going to do this? Or are you going to throw it away when we're done?
What?
I'm kidding.
I always- hey.
I'm joking. I'm kidding.
Your daughter got me the most amazing gift. I think I've sent it to Michelle, but the map that she got for us, it's in Evelyn Jade's room. We look at it every night and talk about traveling places, and she knows it's from Chloe. I love my gifts from you guys.
So
or
you
from
see the
Michelle.
little stars, like every time they do something, you just punch in the center
Yeah.
of one of the stars, and then they can see that they've completed one row or they've completed one ticket, and you have, like 4 tickets, I don't know, however many tickets.
So it's total psychological kid manipulation.
Yeah,
Perfect.
seriously. And then Michelle's here talking about how she would accelerate or decelerate the amount of punches they would get depending on the time schedule.
All right, Michelle, what did you say? Fester talked on you.
Because if they help each other, but often one kid will fall asleep in the car, or one kid's grumpy and doesn't want to take their stuff out, so maybe they wouldn't get a punch. But the other one is in a good mood and helpful, and they'll help out the
Yes.
other sibling. So then you go, oh my gosh, you did such a great job. You get 2 punches.
All right, there you go. So,
I
all right,
love it.
Michelle, quickly explain the wow cards. So the wow cards are a whole separate thing.
Oh, the wow cards were for when we traveled, and my kids will tell you, I still travel with them because it's kind of like a joke in the family,
Yeah.
right? When we're on a vacation, you and I would know. We're going to let them buy the souvenir, or we would know in Italy, we're going to let them have gelato. But they didn't know that we had 2 or 3 gelato trips planned, right? They would just know, like, oh my gosh, we're going for gelato again. But they had to have a wow ticket. And how do they earn a wow ticket? By making good decisions. Did they get up and brush their teeth? You have to do this without being prompted. That's the whole key, is you're trying to get your kid to do stuff without you having to say, go brush your teeth, go pack your bag, get to the door, get in the car. You don't want to be like a drill sergeant all day, right? So you just say, you brushed your teeth all by yourself, you get a wow ticket. Did you eat all of your dinner? You get a wow ticket. Or like a big thing with us with traveling would be, did you stay with us, like holding our hands so we didn't lose you? And Julian was like the king of that. He would be the first one. We'd walk out of a door and he would grab my hand and he would go, did I get a wow ticket?
Aw.
And Chloe would get so annoyed and she would say, he's just doing that to get more wow tickets from me. And I'm like, well,
By the way,
what?
the wow tickets are kind of like community chest and the chance card, like
Yeah.
in Monopoly.
Yeah.
That's what the wow
And it's
tickets are
perfect.
like. Yeah.
So then when we get somewhere, we would get to like a gelato place, and they'd be like, oh, can I get gelato? Like, well, do you have a wow ticket? Now we know we're going to let them, obviously. But that's, again, I'm in control of it, and it's completely like there's no set exchange rate, right? So if they wanted to have a fancy beverage at dinner, do you have a wow ticket? Do you want that sweatshirt at the souvenir shop? That might be 3 or 4 wow tickets. Do
So
you have 3 or 4 wow?
The game changes as it goes along, Alex.
Yeah, you just manipulate the hell out of
They
them.
don't understand. They don't know. So that was totally exclusive for traveling, but it totally kept our kids in check. They had their stuff. They had their stuff packed in the morning. Who got ready first? Who was ready at the door? Who was helpful with the other one? And you just kind of keep it even, so it's not too much of a competition. You have to kind of calculate it in your head, and it worked. And my kids, Julian still has WOW tickets in his wallet.
He still carries WOW tickets.
Good luck.
Hey, Michelle.
That's so sweet. Thank you.
I'm sure Roxanne's going to implement both procedures ASAP. Are you going to sit down and explain to your kids how the program works?
They love this kind of stuff. They're going to be thrilled.
Well, there you go.
They do. Kids love that. They love earning it. They love, that sense of satisfaction when the kid does something on their own and then you reward them is so important, and they just love it.
Yeah, it's so sweet.
Look at that. Michelle's still Mama Bear.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Michelle,
Whatever.
what do you mean, whatever?
All right. Enjoy the pouch, Roxanne.
Thank
the pouch
you.
was for you.
It's so cute. Yeah. Oh, this is going to be a good makeup pouch. Thank you.
Yes, I know.
All right,
love
Michelle.
All right, bye.
Thank you. All right. So the question is, should I allow Hal Herman to come on the show? Listen, I just don't want any disrespectful stories regarding Matthew Perry. There are a lot of people. Listen, I still have a whole Matthew Perry pile here. Even a statement. Did you see the statement put out?
By the friends?
Yes, we did.
I've got the whole statement. We got a 2-paragraph statement by the surviving friends: Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow, Matt LeBlanc, David Schwimmer. They issued a joint statement yesterday. I'll read the statement, but I want to go to phones here. Folks, you are the program director on the MJ Morning Show for this particular segment. Why are you raising your eyebrows over there?
I don't know that you've ever turned over control of the program to the listeners'
It's not
vote.
not often. Not often.
I think
No. That's not true. We have asked listeners whether I should do something or not. That's come up numerous times.
Okay.
We've gone to the phones many times.
We did it a couple of weeks ago
We
about
did.
Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift ban.
Right.
All right.
Should I institute a Taylor Swift ban on this show and just not talk about Taylor Swift at all?
It's very rare.
All right, let's go to phones on this. So people love Hal Herman headlines. Every time we do Hal Herman headlines, I get email, I get direct messages on my Twitter, and on my Instagram. I'm pretty much done with Twitter. Oh, there's big Twitter breaking news. Do you hear what's going on with Twitter, or now X? Holy crap! All right, we'll get into that coming up in a bit. I want to go to phones here quickly. It's very simple. Yes or no? Should I have Hal Herman headlines on this morning, and should he be able to do anything related to Matthew Perry? Because I can't control what Froggy, Hal Herman does. I can't control it. Let's go to phones. Yes or no? Hal Herman headlines in just minutes here on the MJ Morning Show, which might include some Matthew Perry stories. Yes or no? 800-990-1047. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you, the MJ Morning Show listener. Yes or no? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. And I will let the listener's direction be binding. Let's go to first line is Wendy in Bradenton. Wendy, let me keep track of this with a little tally. Wendy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Good morning.
Good morning.
What do you think, Wendy?
I say no. I think it's a little too soon. He's very beloved, and people are still processing what happened.
Yep.
He's so young.
Listen,
So I say no.
I agree. All right, so no. So no, Hal Herman, yes, but no talking about Matthew Perry?
Oh, come on.
That's fine. Hal Herman can do his thing.
All right, thank you, Wendy. Let me grab Jesus. Jesus, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Yes or no?
I say yes, and I'm one of the writers Hal Herman fired, and I'm trying to get my job back, and I got something from one of the episodes that were they told him, "What's with this face? It looks like a drowning face."
Hold on, what? Hold on.
Wow.
Hold on. What do you mean you're one of the writers?
One of Hal's writers.
Oh, you write for Hal, one of the news teams.
Hold on. We've got you're claiming to be a writer for Hal Herman's News?
Former,
because he fired me because I gave him the wrong story.
Yeah, I heard about that. Jose, right?
No, Jesus.
Oh,
Jesus.
yes, Jesus, of course.
All right. So, Jesus, thanks for the call, buddy. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, but still, it's a yes vote for Hal Herman. All right, 800, that opens up a line. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Should I allow Hal Herman headlines on this close to the passing of Matthew Perry? Because I don't know what the hell's going to happen. Let's grab Troy in Lando Lakes. Troy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Yes or no for Hal Herman headlines this morning?
It's definitely a yes because I can't trust CNN. I can't trust Fox, so I need to hear the truth. So definitely Hal.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Well, nothing
Good
but the
point.
truth.
You're exactly right,
Yeah,
Troy.
Troy, you're 100% right because of, well, here we go. Listen.
Screw CNN. Hal Herman is the most trusted name in news.
Yeah, it's Fox News.
Fox News blows. For the facts, Hal Herman knows.
How about MSNBC?
MSNBC has crabs. Hal Herman has the real news.
Hal Herman. What was that? MSNBC has crabs.
You guys should get that checked out.
Let me grab Zach in Hudson. Zach, yes or no on Hal Herman headlines this morning?
Absolutely.
Thanks, Zach.
Absolutely. Thank you, Zach. Let me grab Ann in Tampa. You know what I'm noticing? It seems that the guys are saying yes. Well, we only had one woman on. Oh, here's another woman. Ann is in Tampa. Ann, yes or no on Hal Herman?
Yeah, I believe we need Hal Herman right now. There's just too much seriousness in the world going on. So yes.
Well, he says nothing but the real news, so I mean it's not up to Hal.
Well, that's okay. We need some of that too, but we need Hal. We just need Hal.
All right. Ann, if you don't mind me asking, Ann, demographically, I want to see if there's a split just on ages with our listeners. Ann, how old are you?
I am 47.
Okay. Ann, 47, you say yes. Thank you, Ann.
No problem.
All right, let's grab Rachel in Homosassa. Rachel, yes or no on Hal Herman headlines this morning?
I think you should have Hal, but nothing negative about Matthew.
All right, well, you know, it's not necessarily negative. It's just that Hal Herman's headlines just seem to be completely erroneous. Yeah.
I mean, do you want him to come in? He's in the green room
I don't
listening.
understand what we're doing right now.
Yeah, you're not.
You either want Hal or don't you?
I'm asking the
And then you're
listeners.
just saying his stuff is erroneous?
All right, Rachel, you want Hal.
Who does it?
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Rachel.
God, you're an idiot, man.
Rachel, like in Friends.
Oh,
Rachel.
too soon, dude.
Yeah.
Too soon.
All right,
You're worried about Hal?
Orlando is in Plant City. Orlando, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Yes or no for Hal Herman?
Yes.
All
Thank you for the insight.
Thank you. It's now 5 yes, 2 no.
Oh, no. How long are we going with this?
I'm going to take, I'll just clear the board here, just the remaining screen calls, and then we'll make a decision. I'm going to go with the vote. Victor is in Riverview. Victor, yes or no for Hal Herman's headlines?
Yes, because I need to know the facts about Matthew Perry.
All right. Thank you. All right, let me grab Brian in Tampa. Brian, MJ Morning Show, yes or no?
I would say yes, because Hal Herman's the man.
Thank you, Brian. Let's grab Sharon in Lakeland. Last couple of calls here. Sharon, Lakeland.
I say we need Hal Herman to the rescue.
Man,
All right.
Hal Herman's really beloved.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, bye.
Thank you, Sharon. All right, last one. Last call on this, Andrew. Shut off the calls. I've got enough calls here. Kelly in Tampa, yes or no for Hal Herman headlines?
I have to say no because I like him. I don't trust him to be tasteful.
Yeah.
And this is kind of, you need to be a humanitarian.
Yeah, no, listen, you're 100% right. That's my concern. But I have the tally here. So, Kelly, what should I do? I said that I would leave it up to the audience to decide. Right now, there are 8 yes votes, and including yours, only 3 no's.
Well, ultimately, you are in control. And while you did give the option to the audience, you ultimately know what Hal Herman will try to squeeze in or do. And so it's really on you.
All right, so if this goes off the rails, it's my fault?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. the weight on my shoulders. I don't know if I can take this pressure.
I don't know. You know him better than all of us.
All right, Kelly, thank you.
That's a good point, Kelly.
All right, Kelly, if you're offended by something, will you stop listening to the show?
Oh, hell no. I've listened to you since you were on 93.3 with MJBJ.
Yeah, well, listen, I appreciate all those years of support. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
You bet. Yeah, for those that don't know, MJ Morning Show, MJ and BJ, then MJ, we were on 93 for 18 years. That was a long time. All right, folks, I said that I would let the audience decide. I am not going to renege on that, so at 7:50, well, am I going to regret? Hang on. Let me shut that down. Am I going to regret this? Oh, my God.
I'm recusing myself from this segment.
Oh,
I say listen.
I'm accusing myself of this segment.
I mean, are we going to edit what Hal does? I mean, he does what he does.
I might have to dump something. All right,
that's
here
what
we
the
go.
dump button is for.
All right, let's just go for the gold. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 7:52 on Halloween. Oh my God, is this foretelling? Is this like trick or treat, Hal Herman?
Hope he brought candy.
All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Hal Herman headlines on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Here we go. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Jesus Christ, I can't see a damn thing.
Andrew, did you get that on camera? All right, Hal Herman
my
just...
glasses. I can't
what-
see anything.
What is that? What is that creepy mask?
Scary music. I've been drinking.
What is that? What is this mask you're
I
wearing?
know, but my own breath is horrid.
What? No, really. What is the mask?
I'm the news god.
He has no. Really, is this mask?
I'm the news god.
Well,
Hal Herman, the news god.
Hold on, I recognize like the Scream mask.
Yeah, what is it?
What is
It's like a mime?
It's just a white, like a mime white cape.
Yeah, I thought I'd wear it to come in on a Halloween. How much was scary music?
But then you wrote wrote God on the forehead.
No, I came with God.
No, it didn't.
I swear to you, it did.
Get closer to your microphone, Hal.
You got to take this mask off. I can't take the damn mask off, Hal.
I didn't write it. It came all there. I
Froggy.
bought it at Spirit Halloween.
Okay.
It's a store that's been around. It's open a year round.
No, it's not
good
open
store.
yet. It's not open at Christmas time. Spirit Halloween. Hey, it's President's Weekend. Let's go to the Spirit Halloween store. All
Man,
right.
that thing is sweaty.
All right, folks.
Hal Herman is on your side. Your side. More Americans get their news from Hal Herman than from any other source.
All right, here we go.
I've been going to bartending school, guys. Check this out.
Oh, jeez.
That didn't work very well, but I'm feeling good. I've been sober for about 4 days. I'm getting into some new stuff. My news stories are looking good. I've got the in-depth details of everything.
All right, folks, if anything Matt Perry goes off the rails here, I want to apologize in advance. And
Matt Perry, who's even to say I have a news story, but if I did, what should I do it first or last?
I will clean up any issues that arise. All right. Hal Herman headlines. What do you have, Hal?
Well, can I get a little more light in here?
No, turn the fluorescence.
It's just really
on.
dark.
It is dark in
Take
here.
your sunglasses off.
I can't do that. I want to be Hal Herman without them. Let me take them off
Go ahead.
anyway. All right, here we go. Nothing but the news, nothing but the real news. Let's start with Travis and Taylor.
Oh, no.
I got some new in-depth details.
Juicy.
Boy, are these two some freaks, let me tell you. Travis and Taylor Swift, of course, the new couple. We have an in-depth look at their kinky relationship. Apparently, every Friday, Travis Kelce likes to live the entire day as a man baby. All right, Taylor acts as his mommy. No, this is true. This is a damn fact. This is a fact. He walks around like a baby.
Is this like the Jerry Springer show where where the man is dressed as a baby in a crib that they roll out?
Every Friday morning, baby Travis wakes up and immediately he makes sure to duty his diaper immediately. So Taylor puts him on a giant changing table, cleans him up, uses the baby powder. She then proceeds to breastfeed him. Can you believe that? Every Friday.
Lucky.
Burps him. And Travis makes sure to keep it authentic so he will projectile vomit on her clothing.
Right.
And then she'll clean it up, and he'll have a little man-baby tantrum. This happens every Friday. You'll only hear that on the Hal Herman News. Yes, he even does tummy time and watches the Wiggles. It's crazy. Very cute stuff. Very kinky stuff. Travis Kelce, an official man-baby.
Yeah, nothing but the facts.
Yeah.
Hal
Now,
Herman headlines. Because facts matter.
let's talk about Leo DiCaprio.
Leonardo
Have you guys heard of
DiCaprio.
him?
All right.
He's a new and upcoming actor.
Yep.
Very young, very fresh. Apparently, Leo has a new girlfriend. Her name is Gabby Bobber. Have you heard of her?
Gabby Bobber?
No, she's a super famous model.
Right.
Super famous. Do you want to guess what kind of model she is?
Runway fashion model.
She's actually the first ever torso model. She has no arms and no legs. She's a human torso. Apparently, she lost her limbs in an industrial baking accident. The machine was called the Fondant 5000. She lost her arms and legs. She's just a torso. All right. She started to model stuff like necklaces, and that's it.
It's not true.
Yes, it is. Yes, she models necklaces, and she waddles down the runway, quoted as if she's a weeble wobble or a little baby penguin with broken legs. Leo said he likes to carry her around on his backpack. She's been mistaken for a JanSport book bag, and she carries her around on his back like this. His girlfriend's on his back.
He can like ruck with her.
A JanSport, not an Eastpak?
No, she more resembles a JanSport.
Okay.
So Leo DiCaprio, congratulations, dating a human torso.
Right. None of that is accurate.
Right.
I've seen a picture of them, and she's attractive, and she has arms and legs.
I don't know if I don't think he's spouting out lies like that. I mean, it's allegedly she has arms and legs.
All right, Hal Herman.
3 new Britney Spears revelations from her new book.
3 new Britney Spears revelations.
Yes.
What were these hidden in the book?
Yes, these are special hidden secrets. Easter eggs, if you will, in the book.
Right, like a National Treasure movie?
Yes. She once had a torrid love affair with Mini-Me, Vern Troyer. Do you remember this guy? He's a little midget.
She did not have
She once was caught by airport security trying to sneak him through security by actually keistering Mini-Me. It keistered the little midget. Took over an hour to get him out. They had to use oyster shuckers, and they got him out. Fact number 2, because of that incident, she still suffers from horrendous hemorrhoids to this day.
That's not true.
Big clusters of hemorrhoids.
Because of the keystring of Mini-Me?
So-
Yes.
Okay.
Now,
A criminal will try to hide drugs up their butt to get into
Roxanne,
prison.
what's the matter?
You're saying that
is the
Britney
visual of Britney Spears keystering Mini-Me affecting you?
Britney Spears had Vern Troyer up her butt?
Yes, right up there.
Oh, okay, all right.
Couldn't get him out.
All right.
Last but not least,
Mini-Me from the Austin Powers movie.
A little.
By the way, may Mini-Me rest in peace.
Oh, he's healthy as ever.
No,
He's alive.
no, he's not.
He is as alive as it gets.
No, he passed some years ago.
Britney Spears also.
Yep.
He used to have Justin Timberlake. This is one of their freaky little fetishes, almost like Travis and Taylor. These two really got into it. There used to be a glass table, and she would have Justin lay under the glass table, and she would stand on the glass table. And you know what happened next, right?
No,
I know.
You know what I'm talking about?
Stop.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Stop.
I've been to those
You know
parties.
what I'm saying?
I've been to
What's
those
the matter with
parties.
you, Roxanne?
Stop right there.
This is disturbing.
Just-
And so
No.
that's one of the things they used to like to do. Justin would just lay there
I'm canceling the segment right
as
now.
if he was Augustus Gloop falling in the river. All right, 2 more stories. 2 more stories.
Yeah. Oh.
Jada Pinkett Smith. Her new book came out. She listed an actual list of her former love partners. It's a doozy. Let me roll through it real quick.
This is Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith's estranged. Are they still
Since
married?
2016, estranged.
But they've been separated
Whenever.
for like
Yeah.
6 or 7 years.
And she has a history with some of the most famous, sexy people ever. All right, are we
yep.
ready?
Go ahead.
She slept with Burt Bacharach, Andy Warhol, Prince, Prince William, Prince Edward, Tekashi 6ix9ine, Bill Murray, Little Richard, Bob Saget, Charlie Sheen. Joe Exotic got up in that. Ozzy Osbourne, Marilyn Manson, G.G. Allen, a name we haven't heard of. I mean, who would have thought? All of Gore, all of the band Gore, in costume.
What band?
Gore. You remember Gore? They spit blood all over the audience, and they wear humongous costumes. Apparently, they kept the costumes on. They did it. Gary Busey, Steve-O, Richard Simmons. Last but not least, Tiny Tim.
All right, there we go. That's it.
We got one more.
No.
Yes.
I don't know.
Did you hear about the Friend star?
All right, no. I think we ought to end Hal Herman news right there.
No. Apparently, there's a man named Matthew. Did you guys hear about this guy? Did you hear about Matthew? What happened to him?
Yes.
Tragic news over the weekend with the death of actor Matthew Perry. I thought he was an actor. Best known for being the star of the Medea movies. Of course, you know all of the Medea movies. I watched Medea's Halloween last night.
That's not Matthew.
Yes,
that's Tyler Perry, not Matthew Perry.
No, that's Matthew Perry. I think Tyler Perry was in sitcoms or something.
No,
you're wrong.
Matthew Perry was not Medea.
He was also the inventor of the online search engine Bing. Did you know that? The guy was loaded. The guy was loaded. You saw his pool. It was enormous. The guy had I don't know how else he got his money.
Matthew Perry did not invent the search engine Bing.
From that invention.
He played a character named
Chandler Bing.
Yes.
Now
Chandler, that was the name on Friends. Nothing to do with Bing, the search engine.
As you know,
which I don't think anyone uses that.
No.
Can I get into the serious news?
All right, go ahead.
The man was loaded from Bing and nothing else. That's a fact. President also announced that the body will lie in repose in the U.S. Capitol under the Roomba. So if you want to check out, there's going to be a public viewing of his body. I believe it's going to be standing up.
Stop. It's not. It's the rotunda. It's the Roomba is a vacuum that moves around on the floor. It's not the Roomba. It's
might have been a misspelling, but I'm pretty sure I've heard it called the Roomba.
Plenty of times. No, a body will lie in
public viewing.
Listen to me. A body will lie in state or in repose under the.
I have that body will lie in repose.
The rotunda, not the Roomba.
Yeah, on a Roomba, and then the Roomba goes around the room so people can see.
The body moves around on a Roomba. They put the casket on a Roomba.
Don't be silly.
Roxanne, it's awful.
Members who will appear will be allowed to pose him anyway. That's what the repose means. You could just pose him. Just pose him like this. All right. So, of course, you know the public viewing. President Obama has also ordered the following because of the death of the star of the Medea movies. All schools nationwide will be closed Wednesday, November 1st, all right? No school. We're going to celebrate this man.
That's not true.
All public supermarkets will be closed. Apparently, he was a big fan of the boar's head.
All public they're not going to be closed.
Yeah, public supermarkets, public schools. MJ Morning Show will be off next Monday and Tuesday. We're going to have a day of mourning. All U.S. airlines will cancel all flights on Friday. Nobody's going anywhere. We're going to stay here and we're going to think about this man and how he invented the search engine that we all use every day.
No, that's not true.
All banks and post offices closed. And finally, a bill in the House of Representatives passed late last night, making I'll Be There For You. Yeah, the song I'll Be There For You is the new national anthem. So kids, get ready to sing that at school. I'll be there for you.
That is not
and this
true.
is a Beatles song, apparently.
No one told you life was gonna be this way.
This is not going to be the new national anthem. It's a little creepy, the DOA line in there. Oh, boy.
I think I handled that with nothing but the utmostest of respect. I am Hal Herman, and I'm the news god.
That was really good, Hal.
Yeah, it really was.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween.
That was not as bad as I thought it
Did
could.
you say Happy Halloween?
Halloween.
Yeah, Happy Halloween, yes.
Okay, so that was a great tribute to the late Medea star.
Well, it was comedy, I guess.
I can't believe Travis Kelce duties himself every Friday, and then Taylor Swift plays Bobby. That's the most breaking news I've heard in a while.
Ladies and gentlemen, another edition of Hal Herman News.
Thank you, and I will see you. I got nothing.
Goodbye, Hal.
All right, we'll see you back here at 11 o'clock. NBC Nightly News is next. Oh, boy.
MJ,
thanks, Hal. That was really good.
I have
Thanks,
to
Froggy.
say,
See you later.
Hal handled that as comedically professionally as you could hope for. I mean,
Hal told me he's retiring, by the way. He just told me he's done with this crap.
All right, should we go back to phones and see what?
No, don't go to the
No,
phones.
we know the answer. That was a nice tribute. That was as classy as it could have been.
Yeah,
for
maybe
Hal.
you should go to the phones.
hey, Froggy, tell Hal not to celebrate in a hot tub.
All right, folks, was that okay? Was Hal Herman headlines okay? Or have you changed the channel and you're not even listening right now? Call us, 800-990-1047. Was that okay? Let's just do a little post-mortem.
Come on, man. You're ruined. You're tainting it.
Let's do an after action report here. All right. Was that okay? I'm only going to grab a couple of calls. I'm not going to turn it into a long segment. We've got a lot to do. I do have the real Friends news and the statement and a couple of things. A couple of details have legitimately arisen. How was Hal Herman's headlines? We okay with that today, folks? I'll take a couple of calls. 800-990-1047. Was that acceptable for broadcast? Or were you offended? 800-990-1047.
I just hope Tyler Perry doesn't call in because he's probably pissed.
Tyler Perry.
He's got to get his writers.
Although the passing of Matthew Perry is probably the best thing to happen to Bing, the search engine.
I'll tell you what. While we wait for Andrew to screen some calls here, on a serious note, I do have. Listen, I think Matthew Perry. He was a comedian. He was on a comedy show. I think he'd probably laugh at that stuff.
I think
right?
he would like this.
He doesn't want to be known for that.
All right, so we do have a reaction. A statement was put out by Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow, Matt LeBlanc, and David Schwimmer. The question is, who wrote this? Do you think one of the friends, you think one of them actually wrote this, or did they really get together on a conference call or a Zoom, or did they FaceTime each other? The statement they put out is as follows. We are also utterly devastated by the loss of Matthew. We were more than just castmates. We are a family. There is so much to say, but right now we're going to take a moment to grieve and process this unfathomable loss. In time, we will say more. And as
what else is there to say?
Hang on, man.
I mean, yeah, it sucks.
I think I need readers all of a sudden. I think my eyes are going. In time, we will say more as and when we are able. For now, our thoughts and our love are with Maddie's family, his friends, and everyone who loved him around the world. Michelle and I were never really Friends watchers. Because Friends was on right before Seinfeld, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And we used to sometimes catch the credits on Friends to wait for. We were Seinfeld.
I was both.
We were Seinfeld watchers, but we saw a couple. I remember the monkey. I remember Marcel the monkey in a couple episodes. But we've seen every Seinfeld episode probably 7, 8, 9 times. I have nowhere near come close to seeing every Friends episode. And I don't think any Friends episode that I actually have seen, I don't think I've ever seen it, twice.
You know what? When I lived in California, I didn't have any friends. I didn't have a job, and I didn't have anything to do all day. So I watched Friends reruns all day and pretended like they were my friends. Like they were my friends. So I feel very, very
You still
close
do
to
that.
it. Sometimes.
You still look at people on TV and think they're your friends.
Hey, I just got a text. Mm-hmm. So Matthew Perry put out that book.
Yes.
Was that a year ago? When did that book come out? Matthew Perry had his biography.
About a year ago.
Right. And someone just sent me an excerpt from Wikipedia, and it talks about in another part of the book, Perry mentioned Reeves, as in Keanu Reeves. When he found out about the comedian Chris Farley's death, I punched a hole through Jennifer Aniston's dressing room when I found out, he wrote, Keanu Reeves walks among us. Perry later apologized for the remarks in a statement to People in October.
What? I'm confused.
I vaguely remember that. Yeah.
What do you mean he walks among us?
He has. Yeah. What does he has? Yeah. What does that mean? But I remember there's some bad blood between him and Keanu.
In another part of the book, Perry mentioned Keanu Reeves when he found out about comedian Chris Farley's death. I punched a hole through Jennifer Aniston's dressing room wall when I found out Keanu Reeves walks among us, and then he apologized for that statement.
Does Keanu have a bad temper or something? What?
I'm still confused by
Yeah.
that statement. Who punched the hole in the wall? Matthew Perry, Keanu Reeves?
Matthew, after hearing about
the death of
Chris
Farley.
Right.
But what does Keanu Reeves have to do with it? It's annoying me.
Yeah, this doesn't make sense.
So Matthew Perry was slighting Keanu Reeves. Yes, Andrew.
On the air, Andrew.
Grab line 4. Why should I grab line 4?
Okay, Wacky Jackie.
Oh, okay. All right. So, and that excerpt has been removed, apparently.
From the book. Okay.
Yeah, from the book now. Yeah, so Matthew Perry was pissed off that Chris Farley died instead of Keanu Reeves. So I'm getting updated text.
Oh, yeah. I get it now.
All right,
Okay.
so
Chris Farley's
Why
dead
not?
and Keanu Reeves
Right.
walks among us.
That's the story.
Yes,
that
there we go.
Chris Farley's dead, but Keanu Reeves is still alive.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but
Chris
Keanu Reeves is-
Farley huffed an 8-ball the size of a watermelon. I mean, he killed himself.
Because listen,
That'd be a 36
so
ball.
Matthew Perry thought that Keanu Reeves was not worthy to walk among us. That's odd. All right, let me do a couple of calls here. Let me grab Heather in Tampa. Heather, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Heather. Hello. Oh, Heather just hung up.
She couldn't take it anymore.
Let me grab Robin in Lakeland. Robin, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi. Thanks, you guys. You all rock, but Hal Herman is the bomb.
All right, so Hal was okay. You were happy with Hal this morning.
Yes.
All right, nothing offensive there. We just didn't want it to be too soon, with any kind of a, Hal Herman shtick.
No, it was perfect.
All right, very good.
I'll appreciate
Thank you, Robin. I appreciate it.
I'll let him know.
Sal is in Hudson. Sal, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Sal.
Good morning, MJ. I must say, I only get my news from Hal. I mean, I don't listen to any of that other fake news.
Are you related to Hal? I mean, you sound like him.
Very affected sounding voice.
I got to tell you, he's a very distant cousin. But, I just can't find it. But I must tell you, I had heard that Maddie had passed away in a hot tub while redoing the scene of Coming to America, the hot tub scene.
All right.
I don't remember the hot tub scene.
It was in the beginning, and it was hysterical.
Oh, in Coming to America?
Yes.
All right.
Let me just say, Eddie Murphy is very clean.
Thank you, Sal. Appreciate
very
it.
clean down there.
Oh, Wacky Jackie is checking in.
That was Sal Herman. I get it.
Sal Herman. Yeah, Salvador Herman. Wacky Jackie, who quit and left, is on the line, I guess, from some little place in Ohio. Wacky Jackie, welcome.
Morning, Wacky. Jackie?
It's 26 degrees. Somebody turned the heat off.
Are you saying 26 degrees in Ohio where you are right now?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you get for moving to Ohio.
What's up, Wacky?
I got a house. I'm moving into my house in 2 weeks. But I had to tell you, Hal, it was the best Halloween ever. And I'm going to have to do Photoshop. That was just epic. You guys, I miss you guys so much.
We miss you too, Wacky Jackie. Thanks for checking in.
Thanks,
we appreciate
Jackie.
it. Keep in touch, Wacky Jack, and keep doing the little graphics for us. I put up, Wacky Jackie did the graphic of Halloween. I'm like, who was I? I was Dracula. Fester, you're Herman Munster or something, or Frankenstein?
Frankenstein.
Yeah,
Roxanne is the bride of Frankenstein,
Right.
and Froggy's Wolfman.
Yeah, so Wacky Jackie does a lot of our little Photoshop, little graphics,
So-
and she'll continue to do those.
MJ, what if I told you?
Yep.
While we were taking calls and while we were trying to figure out the Matthew Perry, Keanu Reeves beef, I received a text message with the first Matthew Perry meme that I've seen.
Ooh.
Is it is it distasteful? Because I don't want anything distasteful.
I've seen a lot of positive ones.
That's why I was so apprehensive about doing the Hal Herman bit.
This one is factual. Oh my god!
All right, listen, Fester. No.
All right, so who are some of the
No.
Who were some of the?
No, Fester, don't.
No.
Because you're gonna ruin Hal's thing.
Listen, I'm moving along. Hal.
Who were some of the other people
Stop.
who were on Friends?
Stop.
Can I see it, please?
Who were some of the other people on Friends? Name the cast members of Friends.
I'm not going here.
You're gonna ruin Hal's bit.
I'm not going here. I'm not going there.
Hal did such a good job. You want to ruin it?
Moving along.
Such respect for an actor we have nothing to do with.
All right, so moving along. Britney Spears was pulled over by police, and she pulled the old I had to go to the bathroom story. Really? Britney Spears was caught on body cam during a traffic stop. By the way, this was a TMZ exclusive. Britney Spears used the old, I'm trying to get to the bathroom trick when she crossed the double yellow line. TMZ got a hold of the body cam footage from the California Highway Patrol.
Wow.
She was pulled over by John and Punch from Chips. Yeah, so CHP pulled over Britney Spears, and they got a hold of the body cam footage. She was pulled over on 2 different occasions over the course of a month. She was pulled over on September 10th, and then Britney Spears was pulled over on October 6th near her home out in Thousand Oaks, California. During both exchanges, I'm being told she was pulled over by the same cop. And during both exchanges, Britney was super apologetic, explains that she's coming back from vacation. However, during the October 6th stop, she blames having to use the bathroom for passing on a double yellow line, saying, "I'm so sorry. I have to use the bathroom. I'm about to come out right now. I'm so sorry." Oh, it's about to come out right now.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Oh, man. So Britney Spears said it's about to come out right now.
You've never used that defense when you got pulled over?
No.
I used that once in Tampa Police when I was racing on Church Street one day. I was going like 50 and like a 30, and they pulled me over and like, "What's going on?" I was like, "I gotta go to the bathroom," and the officer's like, "Well, go ahead."
Really?
Yep.
All right, during the September 10th traffic stop, Britney was pulled over for going 61 and a 40. That's 21 miles over. Again, apologetic, but also gets busted for driving without her license and proof of insurance in the car. For the double yellow line violation, Britney was hit with a $327 fine. The violations from early September were more $1,140 in fines. She was going 21 over, lack of license and insurance. That adds up to $1,100 fine in California.
It's a lot of bills. You need insurance. You need to carry it with you. You need a license. You need to carry it with you. I mean, she broke a lot of laws.
All right, so, Andrew, you've got 3 minutes and 30 seconds of body cam footage here?
I gotta go, y'all.
Man, I can't play 3 minutes and 30 seconds of...
Is this guy just like seeing Britney Spears and pulling her over?
I don't know.
Sorry, I had a TT. My house is right there. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, pass on the double yellows. You can't do that.
I'm so sorry.
Do you have your license? Okay, I'm trying to shade you. Hold on. There we go.
So this is body cam audio.
Security at my house has my passport and my driver's license.
Okay.
I just flew from Mexico.
Okay, you haven't gotten your license yet? I stopped you a few weeks ago, and you're supposed to get your license.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, man. She's like, so it's the same cop. I stopped you a few weeks ago. So she didn't have a license then, and she's supposed to get a license. She still doesn't have her license. She's tooling around in this nice Mercedes.
And she has to go TT.
It sounds like some Britney Spears profiling by this officer.
Yeah, for real.
Seriously.
I think he just likes to pull
you
her
can't
over.
pass on the double yellows?
Yeah, you can't pass on the double yellows. I mean, that is true.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, the reason for that is there's private driveways, so people are pulling in and out.
There's a bathroom it's about to come out right now. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to go to. So that was very low, but that's where Britney said I have to go to the bathroom, and it's about to come out right now.
Wait, in the beginning, didn't she say I have to go TT?
Yeah, in the very beginning, she said she has to go TT.
How
Gotta go
old
TT.
is she?
Yeah.
I still told
Okay,
her.
do you have any like photo ID or anything with your name on it? I know who you are, but
Yes, they have it at my house.
okay, you really got to carry it. Is there a reason why you don't carry it with you?
No, it's because I forgot to take it back from the security holds it.
There we go. California Highway Patrol. Britney Spears, 2 times in 1 month, pulled over by the same officer.
That's such a paunch move.
Hey, are you busy later on?
What a coincidence.
I think I'm more concerned about the actions of the officer in this case than I am Britney.
Why is that?
You know, you pull over Britney Spears and you pull her over again?
The cop is pulling over. The
I
cop
don't know.
is supposed to let her just drive over double yellow lines and not pull her over?
I think because he knew who she was. I pulled you over a month ago. You didn't get it. Oh, sorry, officer.
Yeah. So do they, so you fly into the airport, right? And then they take it from you and they take it home?
Oh, man. He's trying to punch holes in her story right now. So saying that she just got home from vacation and why don't you have your ID? What, they took it from you when you used it at the... Anyway.
She doesn't live a relatable life to an officer who works the California Highway Patrol. I mean, she has people...
Well, hold on. The cop is living a normal life.
No, but she has,
the cop is living a normal American life.
Her life isn't relatable to him.
Yeah, her life is like some kind of crazy fantasy world.
So here he is asking her all these questions while she's about to
But
burst.
the cop is legitimately asking questions. The cop has the right to pull her over for doing 21 miles an hour over back in September and has the right to pull her over for driving over double yellow lines.
She should have been asked to hit a bush real fast. Just side of the road.
Anyway, so that goes on for another 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
He's harassing her.
Yeah.
You think so?
She should have pulled a sovereign citizen deal.
Just drove off.
I mean, okay.
Okay. Yeah, the reason for that is there's private driveways, so people are pulling in and out.
There's a bathroom it's about to come out right now.
So annoying. Stop. Leave her alone.
Then he started playing water sound effects in the background. I really have more and more issues with this officer. Let her go tinkle.
Oh, there she is again. I'll get her for something.
Let me just follow her. Oh wait, I pulled you over twice.
Hey, can I tell you something really, really nerdy?
Yes. Airplane related, I'm sure.
It is not.
Good guess, though, Rox.
Froggy should have never, ever told me. This came up on yesterday's show. Froggy should have never told me that every single season of Chips, the old TV show, which ran from, I think, 77 to 83. I mean, it ran a long time. I mean, Chips was a major hit for NBC.
It's so good.
Froggy should, you know what? It is much better than I remembered.
It's awesome.
I've already watched 10.
They're so fun to watch.
They are. I've already watched like 10 or 11 episodes of Chips season 1 from 1977. In fact, last night I was watching before Monday Night Football came on, and they were in an appliance store because it was an episode where Ponch was trying to get on a Price is Right type game show.
Okay. He was trying to memorize the prices?
So they went to an appliance store, and then John Baker, the blonde-haired California Highway Patrol guy, was quizzing Ponch on the prices of, like, the refrigerators in the appliance store. And there's a scene, they're standing right in front of an Amana radar range. It was the exact same model we had in our house in 1977.
How much was it? Like $100?
I'm telling you, I took a picture of it and I sent it to my brother, and he's like, "Oh man, yeah, that was our Haygood house, Manor radar range."
So just watching just seeing how was it filmed in L.A.?
Yes,
Yeah,
it was
of course.
filmed all over Los Angeles.
Yes, the TV show was filmed in Los Angeles.
Yes,
Yes, Froggy.
the California Highway Patrol. No, it was filmed in Idaho.
Well, you don't know.
So 1977 to 1983.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said 77, 83.
Oh, it's so good. I used to love it as a kid, and then I didn't see it for like 30 years.
Let me tell you what's totally nerdy. And Froggy, Michelle hates you for telling me that Chips was on Freevee.
She doesn't like it? What's up with that?
No, listen, she'll watch a couple episodes, but the fact is that, it's
nostalgia.
Now,
so great.
It's now another distraction. I started watching Hawaii Five-0, the original from 68 to 80, and those are great. I mean, Jack Lord, McGarrett, man, he is so cool and so good. He was totally underrated as an actor, the original Steve McGarrett. So I have one season left, the final season of the original Hawaii Five-0. Then Froggy says, "Hey, man, Chips, it's on Freevee." So I'm starting to watch that. Last night, in the episode with the microwave oven from my house in 1977, the exact freaking Amana radar range model. And that thing was ahead of its time, actually, with that little touch panel. That was really ahead of its time. The model before had like a clunky dial, but we had the newer one. So a guy gets cut off by some maniac driving a Porsche. Guy, of course, drives through a roadside call box, flips over, rolls down a hill.
The crashes are insane in that show.
This dude is pinned inside the car, and once they finally find the guy, they notice that he has one of those medic alert bracelets. Remember those?
Yeah.
They're still around.
Really?
Listen to this. This is crazy. So they realize, John or Ponch, they see that he has a medic alert bracelet on, and that's that like oval bracelet with like the little like medical cross.
A little bit of information on the backside of it.
And it says like if you're a diabetic or whatever, and then there's a phone number, and then so the whole thing with medic alert was they'll do the talking for you when you can't talk because you've registered all of your medical information with medic alert if you're wearing the bracelet. Keep in mind, this is 1977, right? This is what? How many years ago? 1977.
45 years
is
ago.
45, 46, whatever it is. It's a long time ago. So in the scene, they have a trapped guy in the car. The car's upside down, and they notice he's got the medical alert bracelet on. And then either John or Ponch, they turn the thing over, and there's a phone number, the actual ID for the bracelet, and then it says diabetic. So I freeze-framed it to see the phone number, and it's 209-634-4917.
Let's call it.
I called it last night.
What happened?
Medic alert, can I help you? It's still, I'm like, hey.
You got to be kidding me.
I swear, the medic alert, they still do the bracelets.
They must have paid for the
it is
product
still,
placement.
They're still around, the medic alert, and they're still answering the same phone number on the back of the bracelet from a 1977 episode of Chips. And I call it, and I said, hey, there's no emergency. I'm just watching an episode of Chips. And the lady says, yeah, I've seen that episode.
Oh my God! See the little Easter eggs you can find in that show. The little presents you get.
Should I have admitted that I did that?
It's pretty nerdy, but you know.
I told you it was going to be nerdy. All right, moving along. 8:28 at the MJ Morning Show. Look, Fester's on their website right now. Oh, look, it's a 501c3 organization. Look at that. Yeah, it's a foundation.
Okay.
Wow,
you know what?
Cool.
I want to get a medic alert bracelet for Fester.
I had one.
What?
It said obese on the other side, except my wrist got so fat that
Busted
it popped
open.
it off. Right, that's exactly right. I haven't gotten a bigger chain yet.
It went pling and hit somebody in the eye and took their eyeball out like a ricochet.
So now that son of a bitch has a medic alert bracelet that says missing an eye.
Oh my God!
All my fault.
All right. So
I was thinking that same joke. I was trying to work it in the whole time.
All right, can I move all along now?
Please.
We've talked about this in the past, and this was sort of a big deal during COVID. And listen, COVID's still floating around. I've known probably a dozen people in the last 2 months that had COVID. So I thought that we should bring this up again. Whether we're dealing with COVID or not, or flu season, or whatever. I saw another story on what happens when somebody blows out the candles on their birthday cake.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, this is something like we never really thought about it, but I always did. That always bothered me. And at parties, when I would get served the piece of cake, I would scrape the whole top layer of frosting off the cake like I'm a road crew with that big turtle machine scraping off the asphalt. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So it really is one of the most disgusting American traditions.
It really is when you think about it. So I found a news story, and again, this is not new to us. We've talked about blowing out candles on birthday cakes for a long time. It's come up probably half a dozen times over the years. But I saw a news story last night. Blowing out birthday candles is fun, but your spit is the icing on the cake, literally. Scientists say that puckering up and making a wish sends varying amounts of bacteria flying onto your birthday cake. I'm sorry to gross you out, folks. This is from the New York Post. Until recently, there weren't a lot of studies on this or how your spit gets aerosolized when talking. We also talked about this, that when you're in a conversation and somebody is just, you're a foot away, 2 feet away, when you're just in normal conversation, you can't see it unless you've got that awkward moment where the actual chunk of spit flies off and hits the other person in the face.
Yes.
Listen, that's happened to all of us. That is the worst feeling in the world. You're having a conversation and a piece of spit, either theirs or yours, hits them like on their lip, hits them on their face. So, I mean, what do you do?
Okay, what do you do?
Pretend that it never happened?
Yeah, I've been in those situations.
Sorry about that. Oh, let me get that for you. What do you do? Do you, when the piece of spit flies out of someone's mouth during conversation and hits you, or yours hits them, what do you do? What do you do?
I've had it land on my cheek, and I'm like, okay, how long do I have to stand here? And then you're like waiting for them to take a breath or turn the other way so you can wipe it off.
I've had it hit my lip.
Ew.
Yes.
Ew.
That's called a gleek.
Oh,
right?
No, that's not
Gleek
really
comes
a gleek.
from your back of your throat.
Yeah.
Okay,
or
so,
the salivary glands under your tongue or whatever.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel, Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah.
Basically, this is what you need to do. Every time you go to a birthday party, you need to say to yourself, do I want to French kiss the birthday boy or girl? And if the answer is yes, then go ahead and eat the cake.
That's right.
Because it's the
same
spit.
thing.
It's like swapping spit.
And usually I go to children's parties, and it's a really, really awkward.
Like I said, hey, whenever I have birthday cake where somebody actually blew out the candles with their mouth, I literally take the knife and I scrape. It's like I'm a farmer churning up the soil, for a new crop rotation or something. No, seriously. I scrape the spit layer off the cake. And, I try to do it quietly and subtly, kind of go into a corner or turn away, but this is a real deal. The formulation of thin layers of fluids in the lungs, upper airwaves, and saliva in the mouth are all broken down, expelled when you talk or blow air out of your mouth. Either way, it's a lot more aerosolized liquid coming out than what you think. Not only does the cake get a spray of the birthday person's saliva, but the cake is iced with a layer of bacteria. There are studies that show media plates designed for growth of bacteria exposed to someone talking and a control, and the change in bacterial growth is astounding. They have done the same with food items, and it's hundreds of percentages higher after someone blows on it. So with the cake, it's like just, ugh, I'm sorry. I don't want to ruin birthdays, but listen, this is a real deal.
I don't care. I'll eat almost anybody's spit off the top of a good cake.
What a surprise.
I mean, seriously, would you want it?
I don't eat other people's cake.
Yes, Andrew.
I only eat other people's cake.
By the ocean?
All right. Andrew wants me to go to the phones on this. So, listen, I just saw a news story on blowing out the candles and talking, and it's not a pretty sight. Sheila is in St. Pete on line 4. Hi, Sheila. Oh, Sheila. Here we go.
I hate that song.
Sheila's not embracing it.
Is that in rotation here on Q105?
It's actually coming up next.
Oh, Sheila. All right, go ahead, Sheila.
So anyway, you were talking about how you scrape the...
Hey, Sheila, can you get off speakerphone for a minute? It's just a little too echoey.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah, just put the regular phone on.
Is that a little better?
It is 100%, but actually 112% better. Go ahead.
When you cut through a birthday cake and all the spittle is all over the frosting, you have to think about what you're doing with the knife that cuts through that, because it's going through the cake as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
So spreading it through onto the cake.
Oh, that's right. So after you blow out the candles and the spittle gets on the layer, then the knife used to cut the cake is grabbing the spit from the top and it's dragging it all the way down the different layers of sedimentary soil.
Affirmative.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, two things. One, that would be a ridiculously small fraction of germs. And two, you are the biggest killjoy I think I've ever heard.
Me or Sheila? Or
Sheila,
both of us?
I mean, we're talking about spit on top of the cake, and Sheila's like, hold on.
Now dragging the spit from the top of the cake all the way through the cake.
Ooh.
Subterranean contamination.
Thank you, Sheila.
Good one.
Oh, Sheila. Here we go. Oh.
She doesn't like that. Stop it.
Bye, Sheila.
She's gonna hang up on her.
Oh, my God. All right, 8:35. I'm sorry, folks. I apologize. All right, it's 8:35 at the MJ Morning Show here on Halloween. Should I go back to playing some of the Halloween little songs that I have?
Please.
When you said they were homemade, it sounds like some parts I recognize, but they put other sound effects in them?
Yeah, so I found this old CD that's been lying around here, I think, since like the 1990s. And someone put together a CD of Halloween music beds. And the Exorcist theme is on here. But somebody added like a wolf howling and like thunderclaps on the Exorcist theme. I'm like, what the heck? All right, so Halloween Tuesday here on the MJ Morning Show. So this is track one of this. This is like a homemade burn CD that someone made, I would guess. Why are there thunder cracks in the Exorcist theme? Look, there's the wolf howling. Who gummed this up? Oh my God. Whoa. I mean, this is ridiculous. Hang on, let me go to track two. Track two is Friday the 13th. That's Jason with the hockey mask. It's Vasilevsky.
Okay. Wow, this is scary.
So wait a minute. No. When you think of Friday the 13th, you think of the yeah.
Is that on here? I mean, there's a lot of cuts, right?
I don't hear it.
Is it on another cut?
Dude, I'm playing the Friday the 13th theme right now. I don't hear the It's not on here.
Just go through the tracks real quick. Let's hear them.
All right, let's go to, this is from the movie Halloween. And again, remember we played this earlier. And in Halloween, no! Somebody added freaking, why is Homer Simpson in the Halloween theme? No! What if, who the hell mixed a Halloween music CD with Homer Simpson? No! What? What did someone do? Oh, that's ridiculous. Hang on. What else is on here? Oh, here, look. This one. Let's see if they butchered this one. Don't even know that was like a theme song from a black and white comedy series with monsters called The Munsters from the 1960s.
I think anybody under 30 doesn't know that.
Hey, Mom, look, MJ. It goes on. There are like 15 tracks on here. I think I've had enough of that.
Please.
Yeah. Are you done with it as well?
Oh, my gosh.
All right. I have an Amber Alert issue that destroyed a relationship because the woman found out the boyfriend was cheating. Remember when they did that nationwide emergency test? What was that, October 4th, I think? I think it was October 4th. They did that emergency nationwide test where they set off all of our cell phones with the tests. It was TV, radio. It was a coordinated test to see if this national emergency alert system would work nationwide. And for the most part, it did. There were a couple of failures, but for the most part, all of us got the indication. Listen to this. This was not that, but a regular Amber Alert. And Nicole Christine found out that her boyfriend was cheating. So here's what happened. Charlotte, North Carolina, Amber Alert goes out. This is on October 18th. The boyfriend went out, left his Apple Watch at the house.
Oh, no.
The Amber Alert goes off, alerts the girlfriend, oh, he left his watch here. And guess what? The watch started displaying all kinds of messages from the other girl, the other woman that he was cheating with. So when she went to silence the alerts after saying, oh, he left his Apple Watch here, she goes to silence the alerts and then sees all of the messages from the other woman, which confirmed that she was being cheated on. So she said, as his watch was in my hand, I saw text messages pop up that read, I miss you already. Christine is 30, digital marketing executive. She said that she was in shock, totally numb by the situation. We'd been together for over a year. We were planning to get married. Wow. They met via Hinge on April Fool's Day 2022. Ooh, that should have been a little indication on April Fool's Day. And, well, nevertheless, that sucker's over. So left the Apple Watch behind. The Amber Alert drew her to the watch. She was going over just to silence it. Just hit the little thing and silence the watch from the Amber Alert. And then sees all these messages from the other girl. I miss you so much.
So it's totally this guy's fault. I mean, didn't we go over this before the alert went out? Hey, if there's something you want to hide from somebody, if you have a second phone, if you have a burner phone or something, you want to shut it off or hide it completely or take it with you?
Yeah, I thought that's where you were going with the story, that it was going to be a second phone. I had a friend one time and she caught her husband.
It's almost the same. It's the watch. However, it was discovered that he was cheating on her and there was somebody else and there were messages available. Listen, it doesn't matter if it's another phone. I mean, that's another thing. You have another phone or you have a burner phone or whatever. That's a whole other thing that we've talked about over the years. But speaking of dating, so they met on Hinge. Have you heard the latest cockamamie plan from Elon Musk? Apparently, this is insane. This is a memo that is leaked. So there are a couple of things. A memo is leaked about like the dire straits that Twitter, or now X, is in. But a couple of things leaked. Among them, Elon Musk plans to turn Twitter, now X, into a dating app and an online bank. What?
Online bank?
What?
Quite a combo.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
One-stop shop.
A year into owning X, remember that Elon Musk was forced to consummate the purchase of Twitter last October 22. Remember, he offered, $54 or whatever it was per share. It turned out to be a valuation of like $44 billion. And Elon Musk knew that he made a stupid move, knew that he should have never offered. It was like some kind of crazy, I'm a billionaire, ego, I'm buying Twitter. And he knew pretty quickly that he made a mistake and that Twitter was not worth anywhere near $44 billion. And remember, Elon Musk tried to get out of that deal. He tried desperately to get out of the Twitter deal. And he couldn't. Because remember, it went to court. They forced him. He had to go through with it and buy Twitter. And he absolutely regretted it.
Is X a good name for a dating platform? It could be. You could have some cute little, meet your future ex on X.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Your ex is now looking for another guy on X.
Yeah, meet somebody else's ex on X.
And do something X-rated with them.
Oh, well, look at that.
Exactly.
All kinds of directions you can go with that name.
So a year into owning X, Elon Musk is just, it sounds like he's just throwing crap at the wall. A company-wide meeting last Thursday, the year anniversary of when Musk took over Twitter, hosted by Musk and his CEO, Linda Yaccarino, was mostly just going over the various product changes to the platform, according to two people present on the video call. These individuals requested anonymity as they were not authorized to speak to the press, according to Insider.com. Their identities are known to insiders, so they were able to confirm the story. Both described the call overall as scripted, but it wasn't without off-kilter comments. During the call, Musk attempted to take a tone of excitement for what X will look like over the next year.
Yes, it's going to be very exciting.
The people present said that they then go into all of these new details. X will be, in 2024, a fully fledged dating site. Twitter is going to turn into a fully fledged dating site, as well as a digital bank. Why not a puppy exchange as well? Hey, Elon, what the hell are you doing over there? Are you just throwing all kinds of like
darts at the wall? Yes,
that's what it sounds like.
Post-it notes up, and then we hock lugs at the wall, and whatever it hits, it hits.
My God,
I think he's a brilliant man.
I think he's an erratic maniac.
Yeah, I'll go with brilliant.
I'm going to totally delete my Twitter account. I'm just going to erase the whole damn thing.
Exit out.
Yeah, I'm going to exit out. But the latest now, it's going to be turned into a full-fledged dating site within the next year? And then an online digital bank?
That's the part I don't get.
Like, how about recipes?
I already get recipes from Twitter.
Grab some Pinterest favorites.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. How about tips on making floral decorations or something, you know?
When I think of money exchanging and dating, I think of a prostitution site or something.
Dating and digital bank.
Something's fishy.
Yeah, maybe
Don't
so.
bring that up. Nobody bring it up.
Yes. All right, folks, 8:47 at the MJ Morning Show. Coming up, we'll have our 9:10 must-hear story. Now, I would love to know, when I do the 9:10, comes up every morning at 9:10. So make sure you're listening to our 9 o'clock hour coming up. Because every morning we do a story that you got to hear at 9:10. And this morning, I'm curious as to whether you would do the same, yes or no. Very interesting story on what a husband and wife did in regard to their kids. And this is going to have an interesting twist. So what would you do? Who's the guy that does that?
That is Matthew
Kionis. No.
That's the other guy.
The thing on ABC TV, and what would you do? Kionis. What's his first name? Isn't he the reporter that?
Oh, yeah. John.
Is it John Kionis?
It's John.
Yeah, where they like
John Cajones, I think.
Yeah, they do the little scenarios, and they have the awkward situations, and would you step in if someone was getting abused in a restaurant, that kind of stuff. So 9:10 this morning. This is a classic. Would you do the same thing? What happened? And I will tell you, it involves a schnit ton of money. So that's coming up in just a bit. Also, I probably should, I'm going to do this the minute we get back. I need to take calls because I was supposed to get the Halloween candy yesterday. I hope there's still candy on the shelves because I've got to stop literally the minute I get out of here. In 1 hour when we end the show, I've got to go right to Target or Walmart or wherever the best deal is. I remember up in New York that like Rite Aid, even like Halloween afternoon, the candy went to half off.
Yeah, just get it out of here.
Yeah. So, I mean, are there any places where it's on clearance yet? So did waiting until the last minute to get our Halloween candy for our big Halloween block party tonight? I mean, any chance I can get a better deal, or am I going to end up with all kinds of crappy candy, like 3 candy corns in a little cellophane envelope? All right, hang on. All of that, we got a loaded long segment next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. Hey, I recently had the... Show on Q105, 9 o'clock exactly on the MJ Morning Show. 9:10 must-hear story of the day coming up in just a minute at 9:10. I hope for Halloween no one's going to do some distasteful Matthew Perry costume. I don't think that would be appropriate. Froggy told me earlier today, I'm like, hey, you're taking your kids trick-or-treating. So Froggy's going out with his kids, after they get home from school today to do the neighborhood trick-or-treating. And Froggy are you joking around? Froggy told me he's dressing up like Mary Lou Retton. Are you serious?
Yeah, I just got my hair cut for it and everything. I got my little unitard.
Froggy is surprisingly flexible for
Yeah.
a relatively out-of-shape person.
In rolling joints. I mean,
that's really offensive.
I'm sorry.
Because I can't do that.
I got Roxanne's all ticked at me today. I don't want to get you ticked off also.
Deservedly so.
Hey, you know what? I do want to say, because you and I have both gotten a lot of texts about this, MJ. Earlier, I did go a little bit savage on you, a little like
You
Mama Bear.
snapped.
Mama Bear, cocaine Mama Bear. I'll even put it to that level. It was
So
like,
you're all coked up is what you just said?
No, the behavior of a
Oh.
Mama Bear defending her cubs. And I just want to tell you, I am so, so sorry. I didn't do that 2 years ago and establish the boundaries. So we're good now.
There we go.
I got people thinking you had a psychotic episode earlier
Well,
today.
I had people thinking that it was the best thing they've ever heard. So
Ever heard?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
I think somewhere in between both of your perspectives lies the truth.
So,
Probably.
You're both way
Roxanne
off.
snapped on me earlier, I don't know, just after 7 o'clock. All right, so Froggy, are you really going as Mary Lou Retton, or are you joking? Are you pulling my chain?
No, we'll see. I got a couple. I might go as Harry Styles.
All right, so Mary Lou Retton, she is alive, thank God. I love Mary Lou Retton, and she had some crazy bout with pneumonia. She's not totally out of the woods. She's continuing to recover. She is at home, but, she still has a little bit of a road ahead of her. So my best to Mary Lou Retton. You know what I saw? And I'm not aware of this company, but something called Fairy Tale Pet Care, which is Tampa's wedding pet care company. Do you know about this?
So you get married and they do your dog's hair?
Let me read the story here. So this came from the Biz Journal. Kelly Nova and Ilana Karsinski have been best friends since they were 13. They grew up together, founded a wedding company together, and this year won a Shark Tank deal together. The Tampa-based wedding pet care company, Fairy Tale Pet Care, pitched to the Sharks on the TV show Shark Tank in an episode that aired on October 20th. The company provides pet care services and organizes the logistics for couples that want their animals to attend their wedding. I didn't know that there was a huge demand for this. Yes, I want my skunk to be in my wedding.
I've seen a lot of wedding photos with the family dog.
They negotiated a deal with investor Barbara Corcoran for $75,000 in exchange for 22% equity to continue pursuing franchising.
No deal.
Listen, I'm an entrepreneur at heart, and I love when people have good ideas, and this might be a good idea. I'm just not aware of the whole inclusion of pets in weddings, that this is a business. I mean, somebody educate me, please. I don't know. Hey, by any chance, Kelly Nova or Ilana Karsinski, are you listening to the show right now? 800-990-1047. Dial me up. I want to learn about this. I'm fascinated. I'm intrigued.
It seems tough because you have to find somebody getting married. Then people getting married have to have a dog. And then they have to want to have their pet in the wedding. It seems like a very niche, unfranchisable business idea.
But that's what I was thinking. But somebody educate me. I just don't. I mean, instead of a flower girl, some little 3-year-old like carrying the basket and dropping little petals of flowers, down the carpet in the church or wherever. Do you have a dog? Is the dog the flower dog? Is it the flower Shih Tzu? Yes, I want a flower Shih Tzu at my wedding. I mean, I just don't know much about this. And if anyone knows Kelly Nova or Ilana Karsinski from this fairy tale pet care, tell them the MJ Morning Show is talking about them right now. Maybe they're listening right now. I just need to know more about this. I'm intrigued by the concept. I just didn't know that there was this much demand or that there was a business model for including pets in your wedding.
Okay, hold on.
Now, like Richard Gere, did he want the gerbil in the wedding?
I insist.
You bet he did.
He was,
that story, I'm sorry.
The gerbil was-
I shouldn't perpetuate that. That is a completely false story. Never happened.
Now, Hal told me it's true.
The gerbil was the bride.
Oh, that's
right.
so romantic.
I'm kidding. It was the husband. MJ, so is this service a wedding day pet sitting service?
No, listen to what I said. The company provides pet care services and organizes the logistics for couples that want their animals to attend their wedding. Yeah, like Michael Jackson maybe wanted Bubbles in the wedding when he married Macaulay Culkin.
So I think they care for the
Lisa Marie.
I'm sorry, Lisa Marie.
I think they care for the animal during your wedding day. Because I'm reading a story out of the
Dude, it says the company provides pet care. How many more times do I have to read this?
But what I'm saying
it says the company provides pet care services and organizes the logistics for couples that want their animals to attend their wedding.
Right, but then after your wedding, after the ceremony, who's going to take your dog back home, or who's going to watch the dog?
They coordinate it. They coordinate. That's their thing.
So that's part of the aftermath. I
It
guess.
sounds like they're a wedding day pet sitter that involves the pet when you want it and cares for it when you don't, and it's good for them.
Think about all the things, all the stories we read about. We love our dogs more than we love our spouses. We love our dogs more than we love our kid. Like all these stories about how much we love our dogs. They're our best friends.
You don't even have a dog.
I know, but I read these stories all the time.
Would you love your dog more than Dig Dug?
Would I love a dog more than Doug? No. I mean, no.
Dog or Doug?
Doug dog.
Well, Doug and I have both had dogs in previous marriages,
Right.
but we don't have them
Hey,
together.
I can modify the jingle. And dog.
So here's the thing. People love their animals, so why wouldn't they want them there on their special day? Plus, with IG, everybody wants photos taken and their cutesy little photos with their dog with the ring in his mouth or whatever.
I want to see the pitch. I am so intrigued by this Tampa-based company getting an offer from Barbara Corcoran, the shark. What did she get taken for? She got scammed on something.
She's on like every real estate
No.
commercial I've ever seen.
Barbara Corcoran, in the last year and a half, she was like the victim of a major scam. Hold on. Apparently, Kelly Nova, was she listening or someone told her to call in?
Yes, give us the pitch.
All right, so someone listening. So here we look at this. The power of the MJ Morning Show.
That's awesome.
All right, Kelly Nova is on the line. Kelly Nova, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Thank you.
So I guess your phone must have blown up. Hey, the MJ Morning Show's talking about you guys.
My brother told me to call in.
Excellent. So Kelly, are you familiar with the MJ Morning Show on Q105?
Yeah.
Well, excellent. So Kelly, are you from the Tampa Bay area originally? Are you here a long time?
Born and raised.
Oh, so you remember us on 93 for years, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. Hey, I am fascinated by this. And folks, I'm going to be a few minutes late on the 9-10 must hear story. So hold on. I wasn't expecting Kelly to call in. This is fantastic. So Kelly, first of all, congratulations on winning the shark deal on Shark Tank. I am intrigued. The description of your company from Biz Journal says the company provides pet care services and organizes the logistics for couples that want their animals to attend their wedding. I had no idea this was a business model. Please explain. I'm fascinated. Tell me about it.
Yeah, a lot of people have never heard of this service, and that's because my business partner and I created it. But we've been in business actually for a little over 8 years. So we've been offering what we call wedding pet care, which means that we help couples include their pet. And when I say pet, typically it's a dog, that helps them include their dog in their wedding day.
And what is the logistics that you handle? Give us an example. So is it like the transport of the dog to and from?
Absolutely. So
do you dress up the dog for the wedding? Explain.
We do have like little tuxedo bandanas and flower collars, but mainly it's about the logistics, so transportation to and from the wedding day. And then, it's also about just taking care of the pet throughout the day. It's the first time in a lot of people's lives where they have, no idea what to do with their dog. Everyone they know and trust is invited to the wedding. So who is actually taking care of their dog? And then on top of that, if you actually want them to be a part of your day at all, whether that's just photos, getting a nice family photo because you consider your pet a part of your family, or maybe you actually want them to walk down the aisle or be a part of the day in a bigger way.
Well, listen, I had no idea. And this is like a real, it must be. I would love to see the segment. Is your segment on Shark Tank from October 20th? Is it online? Can I see it?
Yeah, so if you have Hulu, you can watch it that way, or our negotiation is on YouTube. So you can look at ABC's YouTube, and you can see kind of the end part of it.
All right, I got to watch this. Listen, I'm intrigued. I'm fascinated by this. And so the show aired on October 20th. When did you guys tape? When did you tape the episode? How long ago?
Back in June, actually. So we've been sitting on this for quite some time, and you can't let anybody know. That
they have all kinds. They have all kinds of the disclaimers and writers, and all. You got to sign the non-disclosure agreement. You can't talk about it before the episode airs. All that, right?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead, Froggy.
I've always wondered about this. How involved is Barbara? Can you just call her for advice, or is she involved?
It's different per entrepreneur. It's kind of like a whatever you need the most from her, but she also has a team, as you can imagine. So she has, a business manager, a social media team, a lot of resources that are available to the entrepreneurs that are within her portfolio.
Wow. What did she ask for originally? I see that you settled on 22% stake in the company for $75,000. What did she originally ask for?
So we went in asking for $75,000 for 10%, and then she went up to, when she first offered us a deal, she asked for 25%. We countered with 15%, and then we met in the middle at 22. She said it's a happy number, so
gotcha.
We planned at 26.
So the plan is to franchise this all across the country.
Yes, so we've actually already created our franchise system, which was something that was very appealing to Barbara. She works with a lot of franchise companies, and we already went through the process. So we actually already have 3 franchisees, 3 locations across the country, and now we want to build upon that and create Fairy Tale Pet Cares all over the country.
Have you gotten the $75,000 from Barbara Corcoran yet?
The deal has closed, yes.
Wow. Because, and I'm sure you saw the same thing. We did a story on the show, Kelly, maybe in the last 3 months. We had a story right here on the MJ Morning Show that a large percentage of the deals that you see consummated on TV never actually make it to closure.
That's very true. Yeah. I don't know an exact percentage, but when I was researching online, it's about 30% of the deals actually close.
Oh, so 70%.
There's a due diligence phase that happens afterwards. Right. You're only able to speak with the sharks for, a certain amount of time. They can only gather so much information. So there is a handshake agreement, of course, but after that, there's a due diligence that happens to make sure that it's going to be a good fit for both parties.
Well, Kelly, good luck to you.
Kelly, I have another important question.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Is it Froggy or Hal Herman?
This is Froggy.
Okay.
Kelly, I would imagine that you have a back room. You need some back room storage for your franchise.
Oh, he's going to try to sell shelving to Kelly now.
I do.
Oh, no. We don't we don't have much product on hand.
All right. Let me just send you a little information. Then you can get back to me.
She doesn't need shelves.
All right.
She doesn't need pallet racks.
You don't need pallet rack. We do all. I do backroom shelving.
She doesn't need.
I'll reach out.
She doesn't need end caps.
I don't take for no for an answer. I will talk to you later.
All right.
Thank you.
Send me an email.
All right.
Hey,
Kelly.
Kelly, what's your brother's name that was listening to us?
Sean.
Hey, Sean, thanks for listening.
Thanks, Sean.
And Kelly, hopefully you listen to us on 104.7 FM every morning.
Absolutely.
Congrats, Kelly.
Thanks, Kelly. Have a great day. And good luck. Keep in touch with us, okay?
Thank you. Absolutely. I really appreciate this, guys.
Thanks, Kelly.
How exciting. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's called Local Story, and the deal closed. So I was concerned about that because I'm like in the last couple of months, we did a story on the shocking number of deals on Shark Tank that never close. They never consummate. They never get their money. The deals collapse and fall apart after all the TV hoopla. And you just heard Kelly said the deal closed. They got the money from Barbara Corcoran. Now, what was her? I got to get into the must-hear story.
Was she scammed, you said?
Yeah, Barbara Corcoran was scammed. I remember, she said it was embarrassing. I think were they ransomwared or, here we go. In February, Barbara Corcoran, founder of the real estate brokerage firm Corcoran Group and a judge on ABC Shark Tank, was nearly scammed out of $400,000. Scammers found their way to me in the most clever and simple way. The scammers emailed Corcoran's bookkeeper pretending to be her assistant.
And they took the money from her?
Yeah, you know what? I thought she was scammed. But this says that she was almost scammed. Anyway, all right, the must-hear story of the day at 9:10, actually 9:16 now, just running a little late. What a pleasant surprise that Kelly called us from this company, Fairy Tale Pet Care, taking care of your pets at weddings. So
don't need storage. That's insanity. Everybody needs storage. Where are you going to put the dog food?
Do you try to sell, if you go to like an Amico station?
I always sell.
Do you try to sell them shells?
Constantly.
Hey, these shells suck. You need
Anywhere I
different
go.
shells for your David's sunflower seeds.
Everywhere I go.
Yeah. What do you call the little pin pegs that you put the things on? You hang them?
Peg hooks.
Peg hooks, thank
Yes.
you.
I sell a ton of those.
All right, so it is 9:17. Here's the must-hear story for 9:10, just running a little late. I would love to know what our listeners would do in this situation. A couple, husband and wife, won a $22 million lottery. Didn't tell the kids at all about it. They won $22 million. So this is written on several blogs. From what I understand, the story originated from a call to Dave Ramsey. So Dave Ramsey, the financial dude, doesn't he mix religion and...
He does. And I just read a story about him. They're starting to roll out some of his coursework in high schools in Pasco County.
Anyway, he's a Christian-based financial guru.
So
guy.
I know just a little bit. I don't know a lot about Dave Ramsey, but some guy called up the show and told him that they won a $22 million lottery jackpot, but said, quote, "My wife and I made a conscious decision just to keep it under wraps." Guy's name apparently John, working guy in his late 40s. He said, "We haven't even told our 2 teenage children. And the reason why, they don't want the kids to be what they call waiters. Not a waiter in a restaurant."
Oh, no.
Do you know what a waiter is in this context?
Waiting for you to die.
Exactly. They don't want the kids just waiting for mom and dad to kick the bucket to get the chunk of the lottery winnings.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out who we would want our godparents to be for our kids. And so, of course, naturally, Derek's name gets thrown out there. I threw it out. I was like, well, Derek and Hannah. And Doug immediately said, no, they'll want us to die.
Yes.
Who would want you to die?
Our kids.
If her kids knew that if mom and dad kicked the bucket, they'd go to live in the Jeter
so
Palace.
they could fly on private jets?
Yeah.
No.
And drive around in free Jeep Wagoneers that he gets for doing the TV commercial?
It was a very quick answer. It was like, no, they want us to die.
So they're refusing to tell the kids, their teenagers, that they won $22 million because they don't want them to become waiters waiting for them to die so they could get the money. Also, $22 million. That's a good chunk of money. But when we're so accustomed to $1.73 billion Powerball jackpots, $22 million sounds like, chump change.
$22 million's a lot of money.
It is. Listen, it is. All right, so
you make that last a lifetime.
So you can make that. You make that last generations.
Or you could blow it in 12 seconds,
That's
like
right.
MC Hammer or something.
A couple of trips to Vegas and it's all gone.
Hey,
how do you hide that much money though? Don't the kids notice
In a
when you trade in your 2014 Ford truck and you bring home something different?
So what? You go to Veterans Ford and you get a King Ranch for, $85 or something.
I understand.
I mean, it's not like it's totally out of whack.
But the lifestyle changes a little bit. instead of going to,
Just say Dad's business is doing really well.
instead of going to Disneyland in Orlando, you go to Disneyland in Paris. It's just a little different.
I think you can keep it under wraps.
You're a multi-millionaire. You're going to keep it under wraps? I'd build a moat in my house immediately with a drawbridge.
Hire bodyguards.
What do you think? Do you like the fact that they don't want the kids to be waiters, that they're not sharing with it, or you think it's sneaky and it's like challenging trust in the family?
No, I don't think so, because, you have to know when you should start to talk to your kids about how much money you have. I'm sorry, I missed. How old are these kids again?
Teenagers.
Okay, teenagers.
I don't have the exact ages, but
yeah,
13 to 19.
Yeah, you don't want them to get too soft. I see what they're doing.
And then also, once your kids know, everybody's going to know.
Tell
They're
you
going
what.
to tell the whole school.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's go to phones on this. Let me take a break so I can keep on time. We come right back after this break. So there's no song. We come right back with content. So let's go to the phones on this. If you won the lottery, would you tell your kids, or do you like the concept of keeping it quiet so your kids are not waiters waiting for you to kick the bucket so they can get the money? What would you do? I'm John Quiones. What would you do? All right, 800-990-1047, 800-990-1047. Let's go to phones on this. What would you do? Do you like the concept, or would you share it? Give me your angle on this. 800-990-1047, and we'll hit the phones here in just a minute. First, speaking of... Can I get it? Ooh! This song should have been a bigger hit than what it was. This is Daryl Hall, Dreamtime. I always thought this was a decent record. You got the MJ Morning Show on Q105. All right, 9:30 exactly. Let's hit a couple of calls here. I want to thank those that held on during the break. So the question we had here in the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show, our 9:10 must-hear story, if you missed it, was a couple won $22 million in a lottery. Fester since has said, oh, yeah, I know about this story. Why do you... They won it as part of a whole, like a pool at work?
Yeah, it's like a group of coworkers won the big prize.
And they cleared... This couple walked away with $22 million after the split and after taxes. That's a good chunk.
Yes.
All right. So what they did was they didn't tell their kids. They have teenage kids. They didn't tell the kids they won, and because they didn't want the teenagers to become waiters, meaning waiting for them to croak to get the money. So I asked our listeners, hey, what would you do in this situation? Would you tell your kids, or would you keep it a secret so it didn't jade them or screw with their lives and just change their trajectory? You know, would it make them want to work less or have less motivation and drive if they knew that there was a chunk of money waiting for them at the end of the tunnel? All right, 800-990-1047, 800-990-1047. Just a couple of calls asking you, the listener, what would you do if you scored a big chunk of lottery money? Jay's in Seminole. You're up first. Hey, Jay.
Jay,
are you there? I hear Jay in the background. I'll tell you what. Hey, I'm going to put Jay on hold, and I'm going to grab Angela. Andrew, pick up Jay on one because he's there. He just put the phone down for a second. Angela in Brandon. Hey, Angela.
Good morning.
All right. What would you do in this situation?
I would absolutely tell my children.
And what would the rationale be in telling versus not telling?
Well, I have 4 children total. 3 are much older on their own, have children of their own, and then I have a younger one who still lives with me. However, I would make sure that I'm set up, and my youngest one is stable first. And then I would make sure that I set up something for my older children that if they needed emergency funds to help with my grandchildren or themselves, they had that. I'm not worried about my children being waiters. Unfortunately, I feel bad that that couple feels that way.
Listen, you have $22 million, Angela. Your kids become waiters all of a sudden.
Yeah, Angela, thanks for the call. Have a great one. Do you have Jay back, Andrew? All right, so Andrew was trying to get Jay. Let me grab Robert and Trinity. Robert, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
How you doing?
Doing fine. What would you do, Robert?
I wouldn't tell my kids until they were already self-sufficient in their own life. I grew up with two kids that, their parents were decabillionaires, and it ruined their motivation, and they just never did anything.
Yeah, see, Robert, that's exactly what I was alluding to. I think I just flat out said that a little while ago, and I think you're 100% right, that if the kids know that they don't really have to work and attain success on their own, that, listen, it's the silver spoon, it's the trust fund baby. Everyone's heard that, that description. So, Robert, I agree 100% that I think it demotivates, not in every case. I'm sure there are kids that come from crazy wealthy families where the kids have serious drive. And a lot of that is, when you're bringing up your kids, if you're super loaded money out the waz, is that you make the kids earn stuff and you make sure that not everything is handed to them. It's all about the upbringing. I think that super loaded folks can still raise kids that are hungry, ambitious, and have drive.
Yep.
I think it's 100% possible.
All right.
All right, Robert, hey, good call. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. All right, am I supposed to take Jay now? So why is it still on hold? Just hang up on the call.
All right, see you later, Jay. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, so, Jay, weird, because I spoke to Jay, and Jay wanted to get on as well. All right, what time is it? 9:34. All right, I got a lot to do here, so that's enough calls on that. I have a lot to do here in the final segment here on the MJ Morning Show, here on this Halloween 2023. Among the things we need to discuss is the fact that we don't have candy yet. We have not purchased our candy yet, and I just a little while ago got a text. We got this whole group text on my whole street, and there were like 25 houses that are participating in the it's like a block party. So instead of having all the kids ring the doorbells, we set up like tables out in the street. So all of the kids can just come, and all the neighbors will man tables, or like a couple of houses will put our tables together.
Yeah.
So all the kids don't have to run up to the door and ring the doorbell. So I just got the whole list of like all the neighbors. I'm on the group text. I've got all the families participating. So we have no candy. So I have to go to Walmart or Target. I'm probably going to hit the Walmart on Gandy on the way home. I'm probably going to instead of taking the Howard Franklin home, I'll probably take the Gandy home, because I don't want to mess with that disaster zone Walmart at 275 in Dale Mabry. That's a complex store.
It really is.
As what was described to me by a Walmart employee, because that store is so problematic, it's called a complex store in internal Walmart lingo. Because that Walmart at 275 in Dale Mabry, that's a disaster zone.
On Gandy, if that Walmart has some slim pickings there, you have the Target another quarter mile down the road.
So I'm gonna hit Walmart at roughly Lois and Gandy in South Tampa, and then if not, I can hit the Target right on the corner of Gandy and Dale Mabry. So I got to try and get these packages of 298 pieces, 230. But how do you calculate the amount of candy you need? Now, this might be too late for you this year, because I don't know how many procrastinators there are that don't have candy like Michelle and me. But I saw this story, Food Republic, how to calculate the exact amount of Halloween candy you need to buy. Now, could somebody maybe work the math here for me, Fester? You're a little bit more, I think, math inclined than I am. But the good news is you can figure out how much candy you need for trick-or-treaters. There's an easy way to calculate the exact amount of treats you need to purchase, so no kid is Left Behind, where you say, "Oh, we're sorry. Oh no, we're out of candy." Oh, and then you get the Price is Right, Bob Barker shove. Oh, we'll have more candy next Halloween. Thanks for playing. Get the hell out of here.
The key is to run out with 10 pieces left or something, a real manageable amount. So get rid of it.
The handy candy calculator is what this is called.
All right.
And I guess this was a brainchild of Mars Wrigley.
Yeah, all they want to do is sell candy.
So are they like jacking up the calculation so you buy more than you need? So listen, that's an important disclaimer that the Mars Candy Company, Mars Wrigley, came up with this. So calculating the equation is easy. All right, here we go. You ready? Multiply the time you'll spend passing out candy in hours. So I think it's going to probably start about 6 p.m. at my house, on my street. That seems to be about the average. I'm going to go with 6 to 8:30. Or 6
2.5 hours.
So 2.5 hours. Are you doing the? Oh yeah, Roxanne, you're the accountant over here. You used to work for Arthur Anderson until you crashed the company with Enron.
Yes, and I just did the brainiac math of 6 to 8:30 equals 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Look at that.
I couldn't figure that out.
Look at that. You're a CPA. So
check that box. Okay, continue.
Multiply the time you spend passing out candy in hours. In my case, let's say 2.5 hours. Times the number of kids you expect to knock.
What do you think you'll have? 30 kids?
Like a typical accountant, she has her calculator out.
Times how many pieces you'll give each kid.
Wait, say that part again.
Right.
The number of kids.
So multiply the time you're going to spend, 2.5 hours, times the number of kids you expect to knock, and then how many pieces you plan to give each kid.
Okay, so times and then times. Got it.
Apparently so. Once you have the hours and the kids sorted, you can figure out how much additional candy you need to buy. Multiply how many days until Halloween, your household size, times the average number of pieces each family member will eat per day. That's true, because family members will dip into the Halloween candy before it's even Halloween.
Family shrinkage.
Your day of. You're good.
It's shrinkage. You're 100% right. But in our case, it's Halloween. I'm going to be buying this stuff. I'll still dip into a bag probably on the way home. I'll probably be on Manhattan. I'm already dipping into the Milk Duds. Right. You know, probably pulling out a filling on Henderson on the way home. All right, so here, so do you have it? And so take away the shrinkage because that doesn't really apply.
Okay, you didn't give me number of kids and how many pieces you give per kid.
But see, that's like an important part of the equation, and I don't know how
that's the variable.
That's the X factor.
Yeah,
I don't know how many kids.
We've had years where we've had.
This sucks.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Fake news.
All right, give me a lighter. I want to light this on fire right here in the studio.
Easy now, easy.
What a scam.
Use it for kindling
that
for your
sucks.
jack-o'-lantern. That's the thing. I mean, we've had years where we've had just a handful of kids and we've had too much stuff. And then we've had other years where we're shutting it down by like 7:45. We're like, all right, keep walking, kids. We're out.
Yeah, I mean, that's the variable. The weather's going to be good, so that's going to help things out. It's actually going to be a little hot. I think we're going up to like upper 80s today, and I think even at trick-or-treating time at 6 and 7 o'clock, it's going to be somewhat warm. Let me bring up the weather, just the hour by hour today. By 6, no, it's not going to be upper 80s. For St. Pete, that's what's coming up on my phone right now. 5 p.m., 81. 6 p.m., 79. 7 p.m., 76. That's actually pretty freaking pleasant.
It'll be comfortable, yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. Also, listen, this is important. Don't drive like a jackass through neighborhoods.
Right.
You know, when the kids are trick-or-treating, the problem is that in my neighborhood and most neighborhoods locally, it's 25 miles an hour, and people regularly do 40, 45 miles an hour. And also, are there going to be drunk moms and dads on golf carts flying through the neighborhood as well? Oh, yeah. I expect to see a ton of golf carts. So just everyone be careful. Cars, back down the speed, would you please? Hopefully they're not like Amazon vans driving through trick-or-treaters delivering, somebody's sex toy at 7 o'clock tonight,
Oh, I remember, like the butt plug we had.
Froggy,
yes.
You know what? I just dumped that.
He's right.
We probably should have.
I just dumped that. I don't need that at 9:42.
My apologies.
I mean, maybe 6:42, but not at 9:42.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
All right, so please drive carefully. Look, what are you smiling at, Roxanne?
Because I'm laughing at the word.
You're like
just
Dr.
dumped.
Jekyll and Mr. Hyde today.
Oh, boy.
No, boy is right.
All right, so please be careful in the neighborhood today. Don't drive like a maniac. Just, do 10 miles an hour. Do 12 miles an hour. Just, drive slow, please. Anything else before we get out of here? Any important tips?
No, just be safe like you've been. I want to reiterate that.
And if you're going to be out stealing bags from kids as a teenager, stay in the shadows. Be sure to stay in the shadows.
Is that speaking from experience?
All black.
Hold on, what are you saying?
That's really great.
You're
advice.
giving out tips on teenagers stealing little kids' candy bags?
Yeah, stay in the shadows.
What is the matter? What is that called? Sack snatching?
Yeah, sack snatching.
Bag snatching.
I used to do that I had a good 5-year run of that.
Oh my God.
Stinking little snatcher.
From what ages were you a sack snatcher?
11 to 15, maybe.
What is wrong with you?
Oh, I loved it. You hide.
Come on,
you just hide there in the shadow of a tree.
You're making that up. You scoundrel. A kid would be
They're
out
so
trick or
easy
treating.
to take right out of their hands.
Hold on. What about the parents that are out there? If
No,
I was
you
a
can't.
father, I'd beat the living crap out of you.
You got to single out the kids without the parents.
I would have bear spray. I'd spray you in the face.
It was a good time. And wear all black. Be sure to wear all black.
Froggy, come on.
Nothing
dude.
reflective.
No.
You are making this up.
Listen, I do what I can.
That is terrible.
Don't do that, kids. I'm just kidding.
Should we close the show with Halloween music today?
Oh, yes. God.
I think we should. All right. Family Feud. All right.
The Today Show, can I just say Al Roker is such an ass?
Wait
They still make him dress up. It's so dumb. He looks
every
like
year.
Lionel Richie. He's like 80. Stop making him dress up for Halloween. It's sad. Look at him. He looks like a complete ass.
Oh yeah, the 27th hour of the Today Show's on right now.
God, I hate it.
Who's that? Who's that dressed like MC Hammer?
It's a shark. It's a shark that just attacks somebody.
What's that guy's name? Melvin or something? Or
I don't even know.
Yeah,
it actually looks like MC Hammer.
I just remember. I remember Matt Lauer and Jane Pauley or whatever.
Matt Lauer dresses up as a normal dude for Halloween instead of a.
Katie Couric and Matt Lauer.
Whatever. Yeah, all the morning shows like on TV. There's Good Morning America, the CBS morning show, and the Today Show's dressed up like it looks like what, like 80s music celebrities.
What does George Stephanopoulos dress up as?
Pee Wee Herman. I don't know.
That's about right.
In the movie theater down in Sarasota.
Oh, George, stop Stephanopoulos.
Roxanne, you've been weird today, man. Are you going to snap back to normal tomorrow, or
You call it weird.
Yeah.
I call it, if it's a man, you say, oh, you stood up for yourself today. If it's a woman, it's like, oh, you had a psychotic break.
No, you were just a little all over the road today. I'm just saying.
You were on your heels when I was coming after you. I know that.
Whoa.
I know what you were.
I was terrified. All right, well, let's get out of here. All right, I'm going right now to get candy at Walmart.
Get Reese's.
Yeah, anybody want to meet me at Walmart?
Oh, God.
I don't have my candy either.
Oh, let's just stay away from me today. Don't follow me to Walmart. You don't have your candy either.
Follow me.
All right, so I'm going to Walmart to get candy right now, Michelle. So I guess I'll talk to you in the car on the way. Folks, have a happy, safe Halloween, and we'll see you tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show. Oh, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm sure I'll be posting some crap tonight. I'm Certified MJ Radio. Give me a follow. Certified MJ Radio. Folks, it's Halloween, so this means a lot and is very important. Let's be careful out there.